You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. Just a show where two old guys and a really nice young couple talk about just the sweetest,
most romantic,
fucked up dating sims that you can possibly do.
Yeah.
That's just what we do.
Yeah.
That is what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, when we talked about doing this game, it was like very much like, oh, we gotta have Paul and Chandra on this for sure.
Yep.
So, spoilers, Paul and Chandra are here.
What? Where?
Right next.
Silence. Oh, maybe I'm mistaken. I have a gun.
Agent Michael Scoon. Boom, boom.
Michael Scarn.
No, he uses like a bunch of different like weird variations on it in the improv class. I always thought that was really
You're probably
funny.
right.
That's right, Tyler, you ignorant slut.
I want to see the Office dating simulator, but done in anime style. I want to see that.
I want to date Dwight.
There's like somebody on Twitter drew like anime style office people.
I think I've seen that.
I may have shared that with you at some point.
Well, there's that cut scene where Stanley drops all his hentai.
yeah.
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
It's
called
hentai.
He's got his crossword puzzle, and Michael tries to grab it from him. When he does, he drops it, and blurred hentai spills out everywhere, and he picks it up, and it's called hentai, and it's art.
I have seen that. Yes, I forgot about that.
Just says it in that slow Stanley voice.
One of my favorite things to do at Dragon Con when I see a hentai T-shirt is like, "Nice shirt," and they're usually taken aback.
So this week, because we mentioned doing it before, and then it worked out that you guys could come up, this will be our special Christmas episode.
Woo!
On
I know.
Doki Literature Club.
Yeah,
The most Christmassy of video games.
it is. It is. It's really hard to not say Doki Doki Panic. It's like really super
Yeah, it
hard.
kind of is.
So I'm probably gonna do that a bunch of times.
Should we warn people a little bit about like?
That it's not appropriate. It's not suitable for children. The game is. Or?
Yeah, and the.
Even though my
Thanks.
12-year-old was the one who told me about it.
That's not a child. That's not a child.
It's a mini adult.
And she is, so.
Pretty much. Yeah, I guess this is probably going to be a very spoilery episode.
Oh, heavy.
Yeah, there's no way to actually
do-
discuss this game
I
without
do not
that.
want to hold back 100% spoilers.
Yeah.
Can we do you think we could do, I mean, we're going to do a little intro thing. You guys can stick around for that if you want. Or you could just pause this show and like go download the game for free.
It's free, yeah.
Very free.
Just a few hours,
Yeah.
and you're done.
And then come back and listen to what we think about it. And I mean, also, since we're recommending people to do that, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that for the most part, I feel like we recommend this game. I don't know. I haven't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean,
yeah.
I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So go ahead, download it, and then come back.
It's fucking free.
It's fucking free. Just do
We'll
it.
wait.
Yeah, we'll be here.
It can run on a potato, you're fine.
Yeah,
go get it.
Yeah, it can run pretty much on anything, unless it's not a PC or Mac.
It can run on anything that is a PC or a Macintosh.
Right. So otherwise,
It's not Skyrim. It can only run on certain things.
right. Can't run in your microwave yet.
Can't run on a empty test.
Sorry, kids.
Skyrim Special Edition for your lamp. Lamp Edition.
So I'm your bearded host, Tyler. And
Hey, man.
for the first time in several weeks, we don't have people. We have people here in studio and not studio being my room and not over the internet. So I don't feel bad about trying all these foods. And then we have another package that'd be fun to do with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fine.
All right. So first off, I'm going to grab.
And who are you, person at the other end
Hey,
with glasses?
Hey, I'm Dave. Hi, how's it going? Sometimes I podcast here in Tyler's room. I just wait. I just wait in his room until he's like, "Hey, man, you want to make a podcast?" I'm like, "Yep, I do." We're recording this early because it's Christmas when we normally record, and I'm watching Tyler just cut that meat like a fucking champion.
Cut that meat. Cut that meat.
Thank you very much.
So what I have here is ostrich jerky, as provided for us by Kevin Ling of Super Bomberman 2 fame.
Do we want to all do it at the same time for that ASMR?
Let's do it. I'm a vegetarian. Is this going to upset my stomach?
Melissa just found out what ASMR is and think it's the most fucking ridiculous thing she's ever heard.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Melissa
creeps
shouldn't
her
be such a
out.
judgy bitch, okay?
She's got 2 babies growing inside of her. You tell her that.
Oh, hell no. I'm not dumb.
All right.
You ready?
Ostrich jerky.
Ostrich jerky.
Or an ostrich Slim Jim.
Snap into a Slim Jim. It tastes like a Slim Jim.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah,
It's kind of gamey.
a little bit.
A little
at
bit
the
of
end.
gamey and an
Yeah.
aftertaste.
Yeah. That's all right.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I ate
Mix
an
it up a little
ostrich.
bit.
But I still don't know who had the biggest tits in the Bible.
Ruth.
But
Yeah.
She's got a whole book named after her. Come on now.
Yeah. There's a reason for that.
while Tyler's prepping that, do you mind if I plug pluggables? Because I got a thing
Please.
that I got to talk about.
Please.
In case you don't know, I'm Paul Korn. I'm one of your guest hosts
Wait,
here.
that's who you are?
And I wrote a comic book called Waifu Apocalypse that is available for sale on Indie Planet right now. You can get it digitally or sent to you through the mail, print on demand. It is about body pillows that come to life and start murdering the shit out of people because they are tired of being sex slaves.
And it's
So-
awesome, and you should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
It really is.
Where-
Honestly, it's like something you should be really proud of.
And that is waifu for everyone who's, and they all know how to spell waifu in this group.
We know our audience here.
WAIFU apocalypse on.
Indie Planet, INDY Planet.
Sweet.
I'm sure there will be a link in the thing, and I'll probably throw
Nah.
one up on the TADPOG Nation because I'm a sales whore. So
You are.
There'll be a link, but it's not the Indie Planet. It'll be to my search results of who has the biggest boobs in the Bible. That should be your next comic book. I'll help you. I'll help you. I'll do the art. All right, what meat is this?
What we have here is alpaca.
Oh,
Ooh,
I know you like alpacas.
I like their fiber. Their
yeah, they got a good fur on them.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
try this shit out.
Oh, that's rough. That's
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah, it's pretty
very
tough.
I don't want to eat this.
It tastes fine.
It tastes good, but it's tough.
Man, it is tough. We got a muscular one.
This alpaca lifted.
Yeah, that's not.
It's so weird that their meat is so tough, but their like wool is so soft.
You know what to say about alpacas? Soft on the outside, tough on the inside, and they got big old dicks.
Do they say that?
I do. Yeah.
I think
do.
I have heard you say that.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time at the alpaca ranch. The outskirts. They don't like it when I get on the property.
Well, that's because you keep trying to fuck the alpacas
That's not true. I just want to take a peek.
at their dicks.
Somehow that's weirder. I don't know. I don't know why exactly.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
This one shouldn't be too bad. This is elk.
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 I think I've had elk before. Elky.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's like I'm eating a cabin in the wilderness. A wilderness cabin.
Here, we'll try
not-
this one and then break it up a little bit and open a package up.
It's not as gamey as the ostrich was.
Ostrich, yeah, ostrich is pretty gamey.
Ostrich, I think so far is my favorite, just because of the texture.
I can see that.
Okay, well, here's
Man, that elk aftertaste is not good.
pheasant.
Ooh, pheasant? Ooh. That might be pleasant.
Hi-oh.
I'm so clever.
Yeah, pheasant's
Very
good.
soft.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Soft boy.
Okay, so remaining, we have antelope, duck, and alligator.
Ooh,
I'll hold off on
want
those
that
for a second.
alligator.
Cool.
I like the pheasant's taste, but I don't like the texture. It's really soft.
I like that. I like that. Yeah, I like the soft texture. Especially after the alpaca. That alpaca was
That was pretty tough.
a tough boy.
All right, here's an envelope that says open first.
All right. This is from Holy Dumpster Diver.
Anonymous.
who's-
Anonymous. Dear Tadpog, it's been a while, but I finally put together a box of garbage and personal items for you two to go through. If you remember the game from last package, each item in the box can be from the garbage or from my own collection. Whew, my nose is congested. Chandra, you have a nicer voice than me.
Okay.
Please read that.
From garbage or from my own collection. The goal is to guess if the item falls was found dumpster diving or from my own collection. With that in mind, don't open the answer key until your answers are locked in for all the items. In the last package, you two guessed separately on whether each item came from my own collection or from a dumpster. If you're interested in playing co-op this time, I'll double my Patreon if you can score above a 90% on all items.
Give me that key.
You have to agree on the answer for each item, of course. The stakes have never been lower. I say this because I currently donate the bare minimum. I'm hoping you two enjoy some of the items or are at least entertained. I figured I would hedge this by adding an element of gambling. When doesn't gambling make things more interesting? I thought I would include one of my earliest memories in starting to listen to TADPOG podcasts. It was one of the first episodes I listened to, and I was confused and wondered what the hell was going on because you two were tasting hot sauces.
Yeah.
I actually checked my phone to make sure I was listening to the right show. After listening to 30 minutes of hot sauce talk, I realized that I've never enjoyed listening to two people talk about hot sauces more than listening to you two.
Aww.
With love, Holy Dumpster Diver.
Thanks, Holy Dumpster Diver.
That's really sweet.
And very appropriate after we just ate a whole bunch of weird meat.
Here, I can keep track. I can write down the answers if you've got a pen.
Yeah, that sounds good. I don't know that we have pen technology here. Okay, good.
All right.
So we're all going to play together, yeah?
After I blatantly pick my nose so I can breathe.
Yeah, perfect.
Tight.
Here is the Etch-a-Sketch animator from Ohio Art.
Okay, so I think hold on. I think the trick here is the fact that he does keep his collection in a dumpster. So it doesn't we could just say dumpster on all of them and we'll be good. That's from his personal collection. There's no way he found that in a dumpster. That's an old school toy, right?
That is pretty old school.
It could be the dumpster behind like a Goodwill.
Man, I don't even think Goodwill has stuff that
the
old.
instructions are printed on the back.
Yeah. Huh? When I tried to bring a CRT television to Goodwill, they were like, "Nah, dog, we don't want that shit." So
You got to talk to some rhythm game people. They'll get that and they'll take that shit off of you.
I regret getting rid of that CRT because now I really want one for Duck Hunt and stuff like that.
Manufactured
In Ohio.
March 10th, 1987.
Man, that's from his personal collection.
That's before I was even born.
But why would he send us something so awesome, though? Why would he send us something so awesome from his personal collection?
He found more in a dumpster, ironically enough. Like, this is from his personal collection, but he found more in a dumpster.
Yeah, right. There are no batteries in it.
Takes 4 AA's.
Do you have double A's here by any chance?
Somewhere maybe.
Because if we threw some double A's in there and it didn't work, then I'd say dumpster probably.
Good call.
What do you guys think?
I'm really feeling personal collection.
I am too.
All right. I mean,
I feel like it wasn't in a dumpster.
Like,
I feel dumpster, but we should go majority rules.
I feel like thrift shop maybe. Like not Goodwill, but like there's some thrift shops that they'll just be like, yeah, sure, whatever the fuck, throw it up there.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
So,
But it's not personal collection or thrift shop, so I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going personal collection.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So we all agree. Tyler's going with
we
the majority.
bullied
Yeah, we'll go.
Tyler into
All right.
agreeing.
This keepsake Jean-Luc Picard Star Trek ornament.
Oh no, that's in a box.
In a box, still in its bubble tape that
Oh.
has some bite to it. Ooh.
No joke, I kind of want to buy that off you for my dad.
yeah, I was gonna say like your dad would love that.
Buddy, you're thinking that, but I'm thinking, man, John Turley would love that. So let's have a bidding war between you and John Turley.
Let's see, how much cash do I have on me? I have my health insurance card.
I think too many people would want this for this to go in a dumpster. I think this has to be personal
I think the
collection.
same thing.
Well, what does it say? Who made it? Is it a Hallmark? thing?
Hallmark. It's Hallmark.
If it's Hallmark, though, like isn't that like a mall thing where they have like the big dumpsters?
Dude, Hallmark is big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hallmark is big. Hallmark, big deal.
So big.
Hallmark big tits of greeting card companies.
Just saying, for people who collect tchotchkes, I mean, Hallmark is like the
Is big deal.
It's a big deal. All right.
is big deal.
You've sold me. All right. Personal collection then, yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like we've already lost. Between these two.
Oh, yeah, probably.
we've already
Oh yeah, we've.
I mean, how many items are going to be in this thing? If it's over 90%.
Pretty big.
If I had been paying attention, I might be able to tell you that. I clued in at the doubling Patreon. I was like, oh, yeah. I'm in.
Here is
hard.
a Sega Genesis poster.
For Batman.
That's in good condition.
That is.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Are
oh,
you
man,
up to
that
it?
is-
I really want
It could
that.
also be for the sequel to the movie coming out.
Oh God, that poster's already better.
Sonic's been skipping leg day.
It's in very nice condition.
It is.
So I do think personal collection.
Yeah, I do too. I would be shocked if that's dumpster.
But maybe he found it in like a box of, maybe he found a Batman.
Just a bag of trash. It could. It could be.
I just feel like we're
out of
doing
all
all
the
personal
items,
collection.
this really could be.
It could be, but it's such good condition.
It is in really good condition. I mean, personal collection. I mean, technically, if he had it in his house after getting it out of dumpster, it's all his personal collection.
So do we want to say personal collection or
What do we
or
think?
dumpster?
What do you guys think?
I just don't even know where you would find that just loose
In
in
a
a
dumpster.
dumpster.
Yeah.
Like, what all's being thrown out? Like, I mean, that seems like something that might come with a game at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't know where you would find, like, old Genesis games just lying around in a dumpster,
And I also don't know how long he's
GameStop?
been dumpster diving.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no idea.
Yeah,
know.
it's got very minor damage. I think collection.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'm going to say collection.
Tyler?
Collection.
All right. I'll go with that.
The next item is a Blockbuster Express DVD sleeve containing The Hangover Part 2.
That is a
Okay,
dumpster.
I can 100% believe that came from a dumpster.
That is a dumpster fire.
I think that's a dumpster dive.
Also, I've never
I mean,
seen.
well, Paul, you worked at Blockbuster.
Yeah, we threw a lot of shit out.
All right, mystery solved.
Dumpster.
Also, I've never seen The Hangover 2. I feel like this is probably the best way to watch it.
You're better off.
I hear it's bad.
I
Yeah,
didn't even see The Hangover.
I like The Hangover,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty funny.
A widescreen edition DVD copy of the Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson classic Starsky and Hutch.
I've never seen that either. It looks like I'm having a movie night tonight.
What
Courtesy
is
of
it
trash.
the same movie?
Oh, it's from. Oh, no! Open it up, and it is a copy of Black Balls 4.
I haven't seen that one. Does that one
And
also have
reading
Owen
over all
Wilson?
the fine print, I see in all caps with an exclamation point, absolutely legal. From a Broadway video.
Then never mind.
So hiding gay porn inside a DVD case, would that be garbage or out of his personal collection?
Okay, you looking at that disc, I had no idea that was gay porn, and I don't know what that means about me.
Or that I immediately knew.
Because I just saw a black guy, and I just assumed, well, that's the guy who fucks all the chicks,
It's
right?
from Channel 69.
They probably wouldn't put him on the cover though.
I
If it's
know.
not gay porn.
I know. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
What the fuck? There's
It all
so
adds
much
up.
legalese right on the DVD.
There is a lot.
Donald Trump wrote it. It's absolutely legal.
It really does say, like, oh my God. So what do we think? I think dumpster.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Probably gotta
something
be a
you'd
dumpster.
find in the dumpster.
It's from a video store. The porn is at least. So
Yeah.
I would say
Yeah,
dumpster.
I'm almost positive that a video store was closing down and they just threw
They
out a bunch of
couldn't.
stuff.
They couldn't get their copy of Black Balls 4 sold.
Well, it was hidden.
Phil, is it legal to throw this away in its box? No, I got to put it in Starsky and Hutch? Okay.
I mean, it says right on the disc that it's legal, so absolutely legal.
The next item, a Dexter
Ooh.
the first season Blu-ray. But again, when you open it up,
Black Balls 5.
Buttermilk Big Tops.
Man, this is tough.
Damn, girl.
Yeah.
I see that girl.
It's Buttermilk entertainment, it's always milky at the bottom. Buttermilkbottom.com. We were just talking about breast milk pornography that Paul had not seen enough of. Yeah. So, Paul, I'm going to go ahead and give this to you.
There you go.
Take home.
It's your parting gift.
Damn. She got good titties.
Yeah, I see the titties, Chandra.
Why are you acting like this is a shock?
There is your marital aid for the evening. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Tadpog bless.
No.
Do you want to see the titties, Dave?
I could see him from over there. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I think it's a shame if it was found in a dumpster, but I do think that's where it was.
Yeah.
I would find it super hilarious if one of them was found in a dumpster and the other one was not.
I like that she's wearing a cross.
The other one.
Well, that's how you know she's doing this for Jesus.
That's true.
Black balls
She
is
has
labeled.
the biggest tits in the Bible.
I miss buttermilk big tops in the Bible. Clearly, I should have studied
Buttermilk Big Tops 410.
more. 420.
Well, see, the porn, the Big Balls porn had a label from a video store.
Oh, that's
This
true.
one does not.
You think he did this on purpose to trip us up?
Possibly.
Potentially.
You know
I mean,
what?
$1 is riding on
Yeah,
this.
he doesn't
true.
come up with
$1.
$1 a month. That adds up.
Yeah. And let's be
That adds
honest,
to $12.
we've already failed, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Did you guys see that there's the little milk bottle on the
Oh,
bottom?
does it continue to open up? Is there more on the other side?
What do you
Did we
mean?
miss something? Is there a clue or something?
Yeah. So
Oh, I thought it opened. Okay.
on the little milk bottle logo on the bottom, there is someone like spreading their ass cheeks.
Wouldn't it be great if when you put?
Oh
peeled it
yeah,
back-
that's an asshole there on that milk bottle.
Yeah.
I
See?
need some good ass milk. That's your milk of the poppy right there. Goddamn.
I'm just gonna say we just learned the Trash Baron's fetish. I think that's from his personal collection.
Trash Baron is a good title for.
anonymous person.
Yeah.
Trash Baron Anonymous. Thank you.
I'm just getting everything. Holy dumpster diver. That was it.
Also, I really hope that when you peeled it back, when Tyler's like, "What's that there?" and you kind of like really opened the case real wide, I really was hoping that like a lock of hair was going to fall out.
So what do we think it is?
Dumpster probably.
You think dumpster?
Do you think personal collection, Paul?
I don't know. Like you started convincing me.
Because I mean, it is like the other looks like it was thrown up by a video store.
Why? What makes you think that?
That
other
on
one-
the other hand, that is a Blu-ray case, a lot more than a DVD.
they don't
And
have
then-
Blu-rays in a video store.
No, they shut down before Blu-rays came out.
They had Blu-rays at my video store.
Well, you worked at the bougie one in Nashville.
Got to tell Al Gore he owed us $3 for
We
returning I Love You,
know.
Man. I'm gonna tell that story for the rest of my life. I do not live a very interesting life.
Nor will you if you,
You guys
keep
wanna
telling
go-
that story.
Do you want to go personal collection on that one?
I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really know. I'm just playing
I
devil's
don't know.
advocate.
I feel like it could be either.
It really could. I'm just gonna go with the first impulse though and say dumpster.
Dumpster? Yeah, dumpster.
All right,
Dumpster?
dumpster.
Yeah,
Regular dumpster or cum dumpster? Okay, regular.
I mean,
All right.
one is the other. Like,
It became a cum dumpster.
Here is a copy of the unabridged, uncensored, unbelievable Garfield
Yes.
by Jim Davis.
Wait, who does Garfield gag? What does that say?
Garfield gags you've never seen before and you'll never see again.
Oh.
Garfield, too hot for TV.
These are very big panels.
Sunday morning
Yeah.
sluts.
.com, is that taken?
It's in good condition, but when you open it up, it does look like a child has doodled in the front page.
Child doodles.
So, dumpster.
You think dumpster? What?
I think
When
dumpster.
was it published though? That might be his that might be his scribbles.
I could totally see him buying that at like a yard sale for like 25
yard sale.
cents.
Okay, all right.
Do they have big dumpsters back behind the Scholastic School Fair?
1986.
I think that's his.
86 and in very good condition. You're probably right.
I think that's
Yeah,
his.
I'm thinking yard sale to personal collection.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just knows how much we love Garfield and decided to send it in.
A still shrink wrapped Mario Odyssey.
It's not the
Like-
game though.
It's
It's.
not the
Some
game.
kind of
It's
booklet?
bonus content. Yeah.
Let's open it up and see what it is. That might give us a clue.
Yeah.
Is it just?
We
the-
might be taking away the value though.
Well, I mean, there's a good chance this was in a dumpster. So
Yeah. If it's from his own personal collection and worth something, he's not just going to send it to us.
that's a really good point. Or maybe he just really doesn't want to come up off that dollar.
Is that how you spell Odyssey? I'm messed up from years of playing Oddworld.
I think it's fun to do it like that.
Oh, it's like a promo with Mario.
I think that's
Dumpster.
Postcards.
I think that's dumpster.
That's
Yeah, I
dumpster.
think that's GameStop
Back of a
discarding
GameStop.
extra
Yeah.
stuff.
What if he got it for buying Mario Odyssey? He just kept it.
But I didn't get one of those when I bought Mario Odyssey.
Well, that's because you're
Did
you.
you get the special edition? This looks like a special edition kind of thing.
Did they have a special edition for Mario Odyssey?
Let's call Mike real quick. I'd wager they did.
I didn't really.
Because here is the.
I didn't really think that was a Nintendo thing.
Okay, landing October 27th. So this is not.
That's
this
pro-
didn't
yeah,
come
that's-
with
That's
the
promo material.
promotional
Promo
material.
material. I'm pretty sure that came
That's
from a dumpster.
Dumpster. It's pretty nice though.
There's another Y in Odyssey.
Friends, the official companion book to the #1 hit Warner Brothers TV series.
Now, that's actually trick questions from Taryn's collection.
$17.
Wow.
Jesus. They'll be there for you, but it's going to cost you.
Matthew Perry's got to get paid.
Do you know who Holden McGroin is? Do you ever find things twirly? Do you worry about the size of the weenus? Do you yearn to be on Ugly Naked Guy? And Ugly Naked Guy, very different. Do you know exactly why gum would be perfection? Don't worry, the Friends official companion is there for you. This is dumpster. This is dumpster.
You think that's dumpster?
I think it's dumpster.
Why do you think that?
And it's a breakdown of every episode.
Up until
gotta
when?
be at least
You're the Friends expert.
portrait.
The Frexpert.
Yeah.
And then
Put the internet in a book. Huh.
Whoa, it's a book.
twirly
internet.
weenus, ugly naked guy. I think this is probably, I'm going to estimate just season 1. They all look very young.
Why do you think it's?
And
why
what
do you
color
think
is Jennifer Aniston's hair?
This Friends anthropologist here.
Just rocking the Rachel.
it's
rocking the Rachel.
anthropology?
So that could be season 2.
Why do you think it's dumpster?
I just don't think this is his personal collection.
Okay, great answer. Good reasoning. All right. All right.
I don't I mean, I don't know much about the Trash Baron, but I don't see someone just kind of hanging on
Hanging
to
on
this
to
for
that.
so long.
Yeah.
You probably have to be like a die-hard Friends.
In which case,
fanatic.
they would never give it to you.
This is like
Yeah.
something you'd buy at the Scholastic Book Fair.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's the quality of that book.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good with dumpster then.
Dumpster.
See, that was a good reason. You sold me on that one.
Oh shit, there are 4 AA batteries.
Load up that Etch-a-Sketch, boy. Let's
Give me
see
them
that,
batteries.
See that turns on.
I hope it makes noise.
Are those like cartridges for the Etch-a-Sketch?
No, those are turtles.
Okay.
What is written on here?
cards.
Heavy duty. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do not put in Etch-a-Sketch. It's a very specific one. This is just a test of whether or not you can follow instructions.
It
So-
reads
Can't.
totally legal.
So in a sandwich baggie were 4 AA batteries
Oh, I had those cards, man.
and a
I
whole
had
bunch of
those.
Turtles cartoon collector cards.
I had those, man. This is bringing me
I'm gonna
back.
slide those over to you. Well, some of them over to you.
Oh, I want them so bad. I want to look at these. Oh my god.
I thought you just said I want to lick them so bad.
God, I want to fucking lick these. I can't have sex with a Ninja Turtle, but this is the next best thing. Bleh, bleh. Man, I remember collecting all of
There we
these.
go. Oh, damn it.
Are they just like cells from the show?
Damn
or?
it. Stay in.
Pretty much, yeah.
Stay
Some of them are
in.
split to show you Master Splinter's transformation. All right, does the Etch-a-Sketch live?
Oh, it draw. It do a, it will, it.
It do good.
You know, y'all need to shut the fuck up and I hate you.
Why use many word when few word do trick?
How do
Travel, see world.
on move to turn on or move to a new position?
So Chandra's figuring out the
The child's play thing from before I was born.
So we said personal collection on that, right?
We did.
I think that like solidifies it.
Yeah.
It does
Yeah.
turn on,
Yeah.
but I
For
can't
me?
get it to work.
Yeah, maybe the knobs don't.
Yikes.
What's next? Oh wait.
I think the Turtles cards are
Oh,
from
it's
personal
dying.
collection.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd agree that the turtles are from a personal collection.
Is it a full set? I didn't look at that.
I don't know how many there are, but all 66. So yeah,
Yeah,
there
that
are
looks like the-
66 cards in here.
So I don't. Yeah. Honestly, maybe that makes it more from his personal collection. Because I would think if you found these in a dumpster, they'd be like in a binder. I don't know. This is a hard game.
Oh,
Yeah, I would say
draw.
I would say the cards are his personal. Like maybe they're like doubles or something out of it.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe he just gave up on trying to collect these.
Yeah.
Draw and
I see you doing card magic. Ninja Turtle cards are not for card magic. It lowers the value. When you try to sell them, like, wait, did someone do fucking magic with these?
Was this book taken into the bathroom?
Right.
Yeah, I think the knobs don't work on the Etch-a-Sketch, but it definitely does.
It lives.
It lives. Animate.
We want to keep our.
Next.
Does this affect our answer?
Yeah, I would still say
If it-
personal collection.
Ooh.
Ooh, it said the animator.
The animator.
Okay.
Animator.
All right. Personal collection. Okay.
Erase. Oh, I can move now.
Turtles cards? Are we
It
going?
does move. It's moving.
Oh, wait, so it works. It does work.
It does work. The knobs work.
We need a verdict on the Turtles cards
I'm
before
gonna
we.
say,
I'm gonna say
collection
collection.
on
All
Turtles
right,
cards.
Collection
we're all
sounds
good with
good.
that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Ooh, sorry, I'm busy right now making art.
Yeah.
Next is a Final Fantasy One
shit.
poster.
Yeah, it's an old Nintendo Power poster. I'm gonna say collection because
Yeah.
I feel like he got that in a Nintendo Power magazine.
If he has this, does that affect
The Sonic poster.
the Sonic poster? Because if we think this is collection, then we know that he would collect these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
I think
But we
that's
s-
collection, and we did say the
We
Sonic.
said Sonic was in the collection.
Yeah,
And remember,
we did.
Yeah,
we did.
And remember last time he sent in that River City Ransom map, which
On
was
the
from
back
a
is-
Nintendo Power.
Yeah.
Codename Viper levels on the back.
Shit.
Oh man.
And it's in really good condition.
It's an
Yeah.
amazing condition.
I really do think that's from
Collection.
I think that all adds up.
Does
Like-
it add up? I'm just being. Stop giving me your sad side.
No, let's be silent, let them fight. It's fine.
No, don't worry.
But the last item, the Guinness World Records Gamers Edition 2008.
That is gamers with a Y.
Gamers.
Gamers.
Since he is a gamer and this is the Gamers Edition, I'm going to think personal collection.
Okay.
Let me see. It might be. Check if it's got any stuck together pages.
What's that on the bottom?
Like he was jerking it to
like
it.
on the
Yeah.
pages on the bottom. It looked like it had a mark or something on it.
Yeah, it does look like it has some kind of damage
Sludge.
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Water damage.
okay.
Yeah, it
All
doesn't
right.
look like water damage, but it looks like some kind of.
It is most definitely semen. In which case, personal collection.
Is toaster strudel topping?
I don't see anything that's sticking together.
Okay.
So
Even the Laura Croft pages.
especially those. Those are pretty broken in though. Oh, we do have some
Some writing.
What's the writing say?
now on Pikachu, and it's like carved in to Sonic's head. It also says now.
Yeah.
N-O-W.
Why are all the female characters' eyes scratched out? That's bizarre. That's okay.
I'm just looking for any more clues.
Yeah.
I do have the most WWE THQ superstar.
Was that a
Titles.
fucking Wii
There's a
Sports
wrestler.
page? Oh god.
Oh, that is a Wii
That makes me
Sports
feel
page.
old as shit to associate that with the year.
Oh God. Jack 3 when that was a thing.
Man, I heard some people talking about a GameCube on a podcast earlier today, and it for a moment I was like, I'm not old at all. And then I was like, yeah, that GameCube came out a long ass time ago.
There's a thing on Castlevania. So
I'm just trying to think, what dumpster would you find this in?
True. The best dumpster ever.
Gamers edition.
Like maybe like behind like a Barnes and Noble or something.
Potentially.
Or Books A Million, because they sell like used library books sometimes. But this doesn't look like
Yeah,
a
it doesn't have any library stickers or stamps or anything.
So I think just because of the Gamers Edition.
I'm good with
made me
personal
think
collection.
Okay.
I mean, who
Yeah,
knows?
I could see personal collection, and then if they got a kid or something.
They wrote me on Pikachu.
Yeah, now.
Now,
They're
I'm sorry,
now.
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 It's me.
What? Is it a code maybe? Like, it almost feels like, I don't know, a hint to like rescue someone who's been abducted. Now. All right, now on Pikachu.
It's just weird that it's like carved into Sonic's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's too dark for that pen to show up.
Yeah.
True.
His fur is just too blue.
That's it.
That's it.
That's everything.
You want to go through the answer key? While you cut up some meat? Paul, would you do the honors, please?
Yeah, I'll get on that.
Paul, do the honor. Do the honor. Do Do it with honor, with corn honor.
Chandra, we can barely hear you. I think it's because the
Is
mic
it-
might have moved, or there we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good.
Yay!
I want to make sure we could get you.
So everyone can hear my annoying voice.
You've got a great voice. You're our Patreon voice.
That's right.
All right. So, number 1, the quasi-futuristic Etch-a-Sketch for rich kids.
All right, what did we say?
I love it. We said collection.
All right.
It is personal.
Yes.
It says,
Yeah.
found it thrifting, was not a rich kid.
You
it
said
was
thrift shop.
Yeah.
All right. Next one listed on the answer key is the Friends Guide. What did we say?
We said dumpster.
Dumpster.
Oh, Tyler.
Woo!
Came in clutch.
All right. Next up is the Sonic poster.
All right, Sonic 2. We said collection.
It was dumpster.
Ah,
What?
fuck.
All right.
All right. The TMNT trading cards.
Yes.
We said
Collection.
it is dumpster.
Fuck
You. What?
All right. Undercover porno in Dexter Blu-ray case.
All right.
Yeah, we said dumpster.
It is dumpster.
All right.
Yeah.
Undercover porno in Starsky and Hutch case.
We
Yes.
said dumpster.
Dumpster.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, this is how people must stash their porno.
So okay, that tells us it wasn't from back. It wasn't from behind like a video store or something.
I could still. Well, I don't know.
Because when I was a kid and like in middle school and I threw away porn, I definitely like put a magazine like inside another, like the cover of another magazine.
Oh yeah.
I had printed out porno pictures in my old middle school yearbooks. So,
Playing
I-
a dangerous game there.
yep.
I once
a great summer.
printed an entire like Piccolo
Your
from
Piccolo, yeah.
Dragon Ball Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z porno, 40 pages. Printed it and stored it in my binder for school so I could read it.
I think you mean Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z.
All right, so let's
He's
move
fucking a
on.
blind girl.
The Captain Picard ornament. What did we say?
Collection.
It is from the collection.
All right.
Yeah.
Garfield uncensored.
We said collection.
It is from dumpster diving.
Fuck,
No!
Mutton. Fuck. Man.
All right.
I like losing.
The Super Mario Odyssey postcards.
We said dumpster.
Dumpster.
Yeah.
All right. We logicked our way through that.
All right. Blockbuster Express late return came from dumpster diving.
Woo.
All right. The Guinness Book of World Records Gamers Edition.
Collection.
We said dumpster diving.
No, we said collection.
I mean, it was dumpster diving. So.
Ah, damn.
you can learn something.
That's a rough one. That's a tricky one.
All right. Batteries.
Wait, what?
Personal collection.
Is that your final answer? I can't
No,
contribute.
it's not. It's dumpster. Why would he send us batteries? Who has a personal collection of batteries?
I mean, batteries, I would say dumpster.
Yeah, I thought those were for the Etch-a-Sketch. I didn't really even think about it.
Yeah. I'm going to say
I
dumpster.
guess they're dumpster if the Turtles cards were,
Yeah,
but
and they were in the
Yeah.
same bag as the turtles.
That's some logic. Unfortunately, it's incorrect. It is from personal collection.
Show me your photographs of your personal collection of fucking batteries.
These are my personal battery collection. These are a 1994 vintage
Mint.
Energizer.
Case in box.
heavy duty.
Yeah.
And finally, the Final Fantasy poster.
We said collection.
It is from dumpster diving.
Fuck.
Wow.
Man.
We didn't get 90%.
No.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 correct, and 4, 5, 6 wrong.
Hey, all right.
Better than an
Was
F.
it? Did you count the batteries in there?
Yes, it counted the batteries in
Okay,
there.
so over 50%.
In some
Womp
countries,
womp.
we would have gotten a C.
It remains $1.
We would have paid.
Thank you, Trash Baron.
Yes, thank you, Holy Dumpster Diver.
Well, let's all try some maple duck.
Maple duck. Oh my.
Gotta hunt that duck.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I like duck.
Yeah, it's good.
Here's
I'll taste the
antelope.
maple.
Antelope.
Antelope. This is antelope?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, it's really soft.
It is soft. Way softer than I thought.
That's all right, too. I like the duck better.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do too.
And the last one, crocodile.
Alligator.
Alligator. Damn it.
Caiman. It's another large reptile. Kind of resembles that.
Are those the ones with the like narrow mouth?
They got little narrow mouths.
Tastes like gator.
I
Yep.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it's
Well-
not crazy tough, but it's got some substance to it.
One last turkey.
Link, why did you send so much?
Carolina Reaper beef jerky.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
in.
Never mind. Never mind. This is good stuff.
It's from Mike's Country Meats.
I never bring enough to drink when I do these.
Yeah, I know.
You just took the smallest piece you could find.
Yeah.
Why aren't you a spicy boy, babe?
I'm not a spicy boy. I don't know what to tell you.
It smells.
Smells like
so
ketchup.
Good.
All right, Carolina Reaper beef jerky.
It's good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of heat.
It's coming.
Certainly not on the front end.
No, coming from the back end.
Not a big fan of that.
I like it, but yeah, it's not super hot.
Like I could eat that whole bag just fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for those packages, Link and Holy Dumpster Diver.
Thanks for your meat, Link.
What do you think of it, mate, babe?
Yeah, what'd you
all
think
right.
of the meat?
Yeah, it's okay. I
Good?
wish I had more to drink before I'm having to ration this.
You want to take a drink break?
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
All right, we'll take a drink break.
So, 44 minutes into this podcast.
Yeah.
Doki Doki.
Oh yeah.
You want to do it?
Merry Christmas. Hope you all enjoyed our. That was our Christmas gift opening.
Yeah. A day late.
All right, Dave, do you hear that?
I do hear that.
It's the sound of freaking out over the board doing stuff.
It is 100% the sound of freaking out over the board doing stuff, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads Some Wikipedia. Okay, guys, low battery, 10% battery remaining. We'll probably get through this before that's all out. Doki Doki Literature Club! Is a 2017 American visual novel developed by Team Salvato for Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. We forgot Linux earlier.
We did forget.
Sorry, Linux. You're a cute penguin, and we always forget about you. The story follows a male high school student who joins the school's literature club and interacts with its 4 female members. The game features a mostly linear story with some alternative scenes and endings depending on the choices the player makes. While it appears at first glance to be a lighthearted dating simulator, it is in fact, if you have not listened, okay, this is the point. If you haven't played this game,
point
and you
no
wanna play
return.
it, stop listening right now.
Spoilers ahead.
I've actually already said too much, I feel like. All right, you're gone? Okay, great. It is, in fact, a psychological horror game that involves heavy use of breaking the fourth wall. It was developed in an estimated 2-year period by a team led by Dan Salvato, known previously for his modding work for Super Smash Bros. Melee. According to Salvato, the inspiration for the game came from his mixed feelings towards anime and a fascination for surreal and unsettling experiences.
All right.
That explains a lot, actually.
Artsy AJ and I had a deal where we would play each other's favorite games. And she played through and beat Fallout 3, so I, in turn, would play Doki Doki.
Man, you came out like so much less time invested.
Yeah. I mean, she only went through the main quest line.
Yeah.
So she did it pretty quickly. But I was very surprised. I heard this game was dark, and she said, "Oh, man, it's so dark. Oh, let me know."
And you're thinking
who
it's
pursuing?
like preteen dark.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like Jacksepticeye, kind of like pretty. Oh,
Is he dark?
Oh, it's Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah. I was thinking like Five Nights at Freddy's level.
Gotcha, okay.
No, it is not. It was very unsettling and very surprising, and I very, very much enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. Not the first 3 hours, I didn't. But when the game takes its twist, I really liked it. Because like when the game took its twist is when it was like one of those where it's like, oh, okay, I'm in this now until the end. Like I'm not going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm finishing this. Even though it's 2 a.m, I'm going to finish this game.
Yeah, those first few hours where it's just a dating visual novel
Pretty
is
typical.
Yeah,
Pretty
Very
typical.
typical, yeah.
and pretty boring,
Like,
honestly.
like it's trying to be the kind of a boring version of it to
And I
kind
think,
of lull you
I
into
think that's
a
the
sense
point.
of security, because they do have that warning right at the beginning that don't play this if you're easily disturbed, and like, but they're trying to get you into that space where you can get sucker punched.
Sure, they're
at that
establishing
midpoint,
the norm and
Yeah.
playing within the boundaries of a typical visual novel.
And there's just little things that are just kind of off, if you pay attention, one of the characters will start talking in ways that don't really make sense unless someone will make fun of her name, and she's like, that joke doesn't make sense in translation.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, because you're the nameless, faceless male protagonist against 3 girls.
You get to name
4
yourself.
girls.
Oh, yeah, you can name yourself 4 girls. One, you could pursue 3 of them.
Yes.
So let's treat it like a dating sim at first. Who did you guys go after initially?
Yuri.
Yuri.
Yep.
Because you're a child predator if you go the other route.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's
you could have went Sayori. Sayori's right in the middle there between.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah, I guess that is.
there's
I guess that's true.
Yuri, who best girl, big boobies, purple hair,
Very
purple-
shy.
very shy,
Yeah.
really into big books. And she cannot lie. She has to lean like she has to sit against chairs and walls because her back is always hurting.
Allegedly.
Because her tits are so fucking huge. And then there's Sayori, who's your childhood friend
Yeah.
with like red hair. Yeah, she's a redhead.
Reddish, yeah.
Yeah, reddish
Yeah.
hair.
Tomboyish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See-
She's the Genki girl.
Yeah.
Can
the dairy, I think they call it.
Dairy? Is
Dairy.
that's a term?
It's
Okay.
like energetic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have Natsuki, who looks like a child and is supposedly the same age as all these
A
girls.
little bit older.
Is she a little bit older?
Yeah,
18.
she's 18. That's right.
I didn't have the time to play all the way through her route. So
Well,
Yeah,
once
I
you
didn't
once
do
you
that
delve
either.
into the darker aspects of the game, it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to get to that because I want to know.
Yeah, she's your pink haired, looks like jailbait.
Yeah.
mean, flat,
Yeah.
Oh,
flat, and therefore mean.
the tsundere.
Yeah.
That's what Zero Punctuation, the guy who does that, did. Like, yeah, they all hit all the tropes. You've got flat and mean, fun, and shy with big tits. So, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep, that's
I went for shy with big tits.
Oh, yeah.
As
Yeah.
everybody here.
I would have went for Monica had Monica been an option. Had the leader of the club been an option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has
the
pretty
club president
good tits.
that is just great at everything.
Best all around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the Mario of this game, you could say. I still would have gone for shy with big tits. But I
Yeah, I would've too.
definitely did not go for the girl with pink hair because if anyone had walked into me playing this game and been like, well, are you dating the little girl?
I'd be willing.
Why don't you have a seat right here?
Yeah, right.
Rolling the dice. I'm gonna say if we were to like Walking Dead, Telltale style, see who made what decisions.
Yeah.
I bet this audience, the general audience, a little higher for her over Yuri. Is what I
Really?
would bet. Yeah.
Yuri will remember
I bet
that.
most people who would sit down and like, oh yes, dating sim, are gonna be like, is someone looking or a little girl?
I mean, I know
Yeah.
that there's a really large contingent in the Honey Pop audience that really likes Audrey, which I still don't
Ugh.
understand.
Yeah, flat and
Yeah, the mean
and-
girl. I guess some people find that appealing too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate her so much. It just
Yeah,
reminded me
give
of
that
my
bitch AIDS in the second one.
I did multiple times. She's always my hoe, and she's always in the hotel in Honey Pop,
Honey Cam.
Honey Cam, Honey Cam's dude. She's always in that fucking hotel getting hosed by whoever will pay.
Send a hoe to a hotel.
And when she's got AIDS, it's like, well, guess we're done.
Yeah. I feel like she could probably file a suit for that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But then she's, a whore.
But then the judge is like, flat and mean. Bang, bang.
Well, I guess you're just doing mouth stuff then. You're not going to make as much money. Damn it.
But yeah, should we talk about how like the first act of the game goes? That first
Sure.
part that's
Sure.
kind of normal.
Yeah, I mean,
Because there's not really much gameplay per se. Like there's no game mechanics.
There kind of is because you get to. But if it didn't have this, I would have
That's-
given up on the fucking game because it's like. I don't like visual. I don't like this style of thing. It's like
Yeah.
it's one of those where it's like I don't want to just click next, and be
Yeah.
like I played a game. I want some kind of interactivity there, which
Yeah.
is why I really like Honey Pop.
You want some Katawa Shujo over some Nekopara.
Yeah, 100%. So there is a game.
I want anything over Nekopara.
like how you romance the girl.
Oh
that
yeah,
you've
yeah. I
chosen
forgot about that part.
Is you write poems. That's part of this literature club. Is that you are like
In
you're-
between every act.
Right. You write a poem, and you're supposed to pick words that you think you have a list of words. Like I don't know, like maybe 20 words or something
Yeah.
like that,
Something
or
like
whatever.
that.
And you choose one, and you'll have these little tiny portraits of the girls in like chibi style, and like if you choose a word that they like bounce, and it's like, okay, all right, Yuri bounce, that's great, let's get her to bounce more.
So then it's that's the first like peek into the game as saying who likes more fucked up words.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty
'Cause,
much.
like,
That's your first like what?
I know. With Satori for like
Sayori.
I'm sorry. Sayori in particular, because it's one of those where it's like I don't know, suicide.
Death,
She starts
famine,
bouncing.
suicide,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what?
Like, and then like existential entropy, like those are like Yuri words.
Right.
In general, like
Sun, fun, stuff like that.
That's Natsuki.
Natsuki
Natsuki,
likes.
Yeah.
the little girl.
But she
She's
also
not a
likes
little
things
girl.
like it's like depressed, I think, or hungry.
Hungry, yes.
Yeah, yeah. The thing that the consistent thing that I noticed with for Yuri is I want to choose words that I need a thesaurus for.
Yeah.
Right, pretty much.
Just
There's a syllable limit where it's like,
Yeah.
all right, that's probably hers.
yeah, exactly.
When it's this is 5 syllables. Yeah, she likes that.
Yeah, if you don't have enough Natsuki words, she won't even read your poem when you try to show it to her.
Yeah.
yeah, I wound up with that.
Which I was really happy because I wound up with that too, and I was like, great, we could just get on to the next chapter.
Yeah, just skip
Yeah.
to the next thing.
Yeah. See you,
Although
flat
here-
mean.
One thing I'll say to reveal more about me, I do like a white ribbon. So Monica having the white ribbon in her hair, I was like, yeah, I love Monica.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking pick Monica. What the fuck?
Yeah. And the friends.
She's trying to spend time with me. Why doesn't she have an option?
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Melissa keeps a white ribbon in that
But
drawer.
yeah, and
over there.
you'll like depending on if you lean more towards Yuri or Natsuki, I know it's like they'll have a rivalry basically of who gets
Right.
to do it. Where Sayori like will kind of like back off real fast from it. Like she just accepts, oh, you don't want me.
See, I didn't even know that Sayori was romanceable. I just assumed that she wasn't because, like, I mean, the only time I got an option for her was like way, way, way later in the game. This is kind of the turning point because, like, I mean, if you choose like the words that she likes, like, is there a storyline with her?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I just assumed that there, based on how the game plays out, I assumed that there wasn't, and it was just pretty much between
Yuri and Natsuki.
Yeah.
And it does push you that way to think that those are the main two.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does kind of push you to kind of forget that Sayori is an option, which plays into
Right. Yeah. The twist.
Yeah, because she's not
twist.
aggressive about it like the other ones.
Yeah,
are.
they're very aggressive in different ways. Because like Yuri's more into big book literature. Natsuki's all about fucking manga. those
Yeah.
mangoes
and animals and,
and animals.
cute stuff.
Yeah.
She
While
likes
being a-
baking.
Yeah.
Yeah. She makes good
'Cause,
cupcakes.
like, yeah, whenever you flirt with Yuri, your way is to read a book together.
Right.
Very, very close.
Yeah. And you feed her chocolate.
Sensually.
She eats from you, and then it's embarrassed that she
Yeah.
ate that chocolate.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And eventually, it ends like you going through your poems, getting closer to the girls for your student fair. So then, like, your date is whoever's going to come help you make the decorations.
Right, sure. Or the cupcakes if you go the little girl route.
Natsuki.
Yep.
If you go the child predator route.
If you try to help Monica, they both argue with her, like, no, we need him to help us.
Right.
So then
Yeah.
she backs off. Because with Yuri, and here, I think this is supposed to be a darker part of the game where you kind of get a little more glimpse into it. But to be perfectly honest, I was kind of into it.
Which
with
part?
Yuri.
Wait, which part? Which?
When Yuri comes over to your house for the date.
Yeah, and you accidentally prick your
she's got a
finger.
knife.
And she,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Yeah. I was
We're
like-
across the table, but high
Yeah.
five. I was also like,
I was
yeah.
like, what's weird about that? That's kind of hot.
Yeah, she's sucking the blood from my finger. All right.
She talks about how much she loves knives
Yeah.
and shit like that. She likes
And yeah,
collecting
I
them.
remember when she said that, I was like, I'll overlook that. Like real relationship shit. This game,
I immediately thought we have a friend who's really into knives and swords, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, that's fine. This is a normal thing.
Yeah, we watch
yeah.
Forged in Fire. We know people who are into knives.
Yeah.
Knives are cool. And she's like, I just love how ornate and sharp and
yeah. I love it. Yeah, it's great. Just keep sucking that finger. It's
Yeah, because her eyes get
my
weird
knives.
throughout
Yeah.
the whole
They do
thing.
get
That's
weird.
the first time her eyes get weird, and she puts
For
her
a-
finger in her
for a
mouth
second.
for a
Yeah,
second,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
she's
Yeah, it's a
embarrassed.
split
And everything's
second.
fine.
Yeah, it's like so quick it doesn't even like pause on it. It's like they go weird, back.
And then back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't talked about the facial expressions yet, but I feel like this game has a whole lot of stuff that changes
Yeah.
visually
Yeah.
more so than some like Nekopara, for example. I feel like that was mostly static for the most part. This is nice because
Oh, it was static till a moment.
yeah. But I mean, like it's nice and expressive, and it's
Yeah, yeah.
I did like that. And I felt myself like constantly like reading and then looking up to see like what their expression was. and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I
because
get
they
ya.
change their faces pretty often depending
Yeah.
on what they're saying and what's going on. Like their faces will like if somebody just appears, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I
It
thought-
isn't just like, "Oh, hello, new character who is standing around. I'm going to continue to smile weirdly."
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
think that
exactly.
they did some pretty interesting things with just like how quickly someone would leave the frame or how they would enter or things like that. They would have it like zoomed in or
Right.
further away depending on how close the character is supposed to be to you. Like they put in more effort than they had to to kind of convey stuff in visual novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, more than most visual novels do.
Yeah. And I thought the art style was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's one of those where it's like, I mean, there aren't many backgrounds because it's like one of those things where it's
There's
like, you're pretty much in the school
4.
or your house. Yeah, there's like 4 of them.
Yeah, because there's the classroom you start in, the classroom that you have the club in, your bedroom outside your house. Oh no, there's also outside Sayori's house and
inside
In
Sayori's
Sayori's house.
Oh yeah.
Inside Natsuki's house, if
Oh,
you go
yeah,
her
yeah.
way, because you're in her kitchen baking.
Oh
Okay.
okay.
Which
Yeah.
her date scenario is like you're with her baking cupcakes, and you end up like having like a cute wrestling thing where you end up on top of her,
Ugh.
and,
Dude, I
and-
like that.
and then you lick the icing off her finger, and she kind of freaks out. Like you shouldn't do that to a girl unless you really like them. And
You shouldn't do
Whole
that
bunch
to a
of that,
girl
yeah.
unless her finger's punctured by a knife.
I will say though, if I had gone that route, I would have been into that.
Yeah. Paul,
Okay.
you taking notes?
Licking,
You know already.
Yeah, I mean, icing is yummy.
you know already.
I thought
Some
you meant
people learn to
you meant being pinned down. Okay, all right.
I mean that too.
All right, Uncle Classmate's here to help you bake some cupcakes.
And whichever one you pick, as soon as the date's over, you step outside in time to see Sayori walk by, and she's visibly very upset that you're with one of the other girls at your house.
Before we move from Natsuke too far, I have a question for you. Does she have a weird moment like Yuri does with the knife?
Like kind of
does-
hints
like,
at
is
the
there-
really fucked up
okay.
element.
So
of-
there's no like showing in the
Just that
cards
she
or
gets
anything?
super uncomfortable.
Okay, all right.
But not like
I think Yuri is
Licking
supposed to
blood.
be like.
She's diabetic.
I think Natsuki's supposed to be like you're not going to see it coming necessarily, other than that she's a complete bitch and does seem to pass out from lack of energy a lot. Like she's mentions being like hungry. I'm really tired.
She is diabetic.
which the fact that Yuri is weirder than the others, there is reasoning behind that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll
cool.
get into that.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm ready to
you
get,
watched the same thing I did, didn't you?
I'm excited because I played through this game once and really enjoyed it, but by the time I finished it was 4 a.m.
And like Yuri, if you like follow it, she's reading an odd book.
Oh yeah.
The book is fucking odd. It doesn't exist.
Like about cultists and stuff and right?
The
Yeah.
portrait
Yeah.
of Markov.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
yeah.
And I know that comes into play a little bit later and when things kind of turn.
Yeah. When things turn, it changes.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. So
Because the closer you get to her, the more she talks about it, and then depending on her mental state later on, that she starts to talk about it in more and more graphic detail, and it's a super fucked up book.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I did, before we get to the climax, I guess, I did restart this game several times because I would get an error message would pop up, and like some kind of file is fucked up or whatever. I'd turn it off, restart it, play again, be like, what the fuck's going on with this file? Uninstall
Yeah.
the game, put it back. I did that several times.
That's
So
weird.
did you notice that your new files were popping up in the?
I didn't notice any of that until like I did a whole other playthrough. I didn't know
Okay.
why. I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this game?
Yeah, and that's going to be important, like for sure. Like,
Yeah.
later on.
The game actively is fucking with your computer.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like Excuse me. It's not like fucking up with your computer. It's fucking with its
Sure.
own files,
The
Files.
files. Mhm.
which is fucking creepy.
Well, then after you have that weird moment with Sayori, you go back to her house, and she can, tells you that she's had problems with depression her
Right.
whole life.
And you're like, I didn't guess that from all the words I chose, like suicide, depression. You got really excited about those, but I'm a bad friend, so I didn't even bring it up. I was just like,
To be fair, you are a really
you
bad
are
friend.
a very bad friend. Yeah.
And like you can tell her either that like she's just a friend to you, or that you're in love with her.
Right, because she reveals that she loves you. That's her confession to you.
This
And
is my confession.
Either way, she's not happy either, no matter what
Yeah.
you say.
Okay, because I told her when she asked me, like, when she said I love you, and you get the option where it's like I love you or you're like my dearest friend. I was like, you are my dearest friend, but there's no option where it's like, but don't kill yourself, please. But please.
But yeah, because even if you say I love you, then she just gets upset. Like, why are you wasting that kind of energy on me?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, and then the next day when you get up, your character is like, oh, I'm going to hurry. I'm going to be late for the student fair.
I can't even wait for Sayori, who you always walk to school with.
Right.
No music.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
Which
really
is
glad
weird
you
because
brought
the
that
same
up.
theme plays almost all the time.
And it's nice, cheerful music.
It really
and it's like,
is.
There's one that's kind of like this, like reggae, kind of like.
yeah, like it changes like its styles and everything, but
Yeah.
it's always the same melody.
In a major key, and it's like this nice,
Major
pleasant
key, minor
sounding.
key. It's always it's always the same melody. But then there's no music one day.
Right, and like when that
The
happened, I was
entire
like,
day.
Yeah, it's really weird. You went to school and know what Yuri and Natsuki aren't there.
Yeah.
It's only Monica, and Monica's being very weird. It's like, why didn't you wait for her? Or you're being a bad friend. You should probably go check on her.
yeah.
So then, like your character, you run back, run to her house, run into her door, and then that's when you see
You see Sayori.
Yeah, she has straight up hanged herself.
Done hanged herself.
Yes, and very like her hands are bloody.
Yeah.
She is very, very pale, dead.
Yeah, and they do like this thing where it's like the aesthetic changes when you open
Yeah.
the door, and it's like it's no longer this like real bubbly kind of like smooth illustration style. It's like this jagged, rough kind of like look, and there's like this like film filter on
it'll
it.
flicker in and
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah.
And
As if you
it-
were walking in on that and you just can't process
Right,
it.
exactly.
And then the music also comes back, but it's like very slow
Right.
and and it's warped.
like pitched down.
yeah, it's pitched down, but it also like warps through its own notes.
Sure.
It's,
it's amazingly done because it fucking grabs your heart and rips it out when you
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, that was the
What
moment.
was your moment? You told me last night. Story.
Yeah, I have a story, and that is I was playing this last night, and I was playing it in the office with my headset on because that's like, I knew this game was a horror game because I had heard about it from a lot of people before playing it. And I felt like I was kind of prepared for her hanging herself because of that. Like, I mean, when she told me that she was depressed, and then that one day where the music stopped, I was like, all right, well, she's done killed herself for sure. It was still like jolting, right? When you open that door,
Yeah.
but it was one of those where it's like, I wish I could have gone into this 100% blind. Like,
'Cause I feel if another game would have tackled this, I feel like it would have been like you go home and find her parents there sad, and like there's a suicide note saying goodbye.
Right, exactly.
That's how it probably would have been handled
Right.
somewhere else.
Right. But this is like, this is the start of why they put that warning at the beginning where it's
Yeah.
like not suitable for children. And I kind of wish that like that would have been a tip off as well that something's going on in this game.
Yeah.
But it's like,
you kind of forget about it.
right. You do kind of forget about
And I
it.
think that's why it takes so long for that first setup, because this first part before Sayori's death is about 2 to 3 hours, depending
Yeah.
on how fast you can push your space bar to continue.
And it sets it up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
establishing a norm. It's like, you
Yeah.
know, the horror thing where it's like you got to establish that norm and then you turn that upside down and then it's scary.
Yeah.
It's
And-
one of those where it's like, this is not right.
And then, I mean, I didn't even realize it until I just said it just now because I say like her parents would have been there or something. There's literally no
No
characters
parents.
in
That's
this
right.
game
There's not even
besides
a
the
teacher.
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
no one, nothing. No other students in the background, no nothing.
But I kind of feel like that's.
you don't even hear other students being mentioned, anyone
Yeah.
by name.
No.
Just the 5 people.
But I think we
Yeah.
accept it because I think that's typical of the genre.
That's how these things work.
right? I mean, like
like in like something like even Katawa Shujo, you'll see the principal or you'll see
Yeah, that's-
somebody else's parents or students in the background walking around.
that's true.
Someone else in the desk.
Yeah,
There's literally
the
nothing
backgrounds
else.
are very bare. Like
Yeah.
there's no one. It's just you and them.
I was playing this in the office probably about 2 a.m. is when that moment hit where she's hanged herself. And like I was hooked. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm in for the rest of the night. And then when there's another moment later on where the sound drops out and it's just silent. And when that happened, I heard, "Ah." And I was like, is this in the game? So like I'm freaked out. I'm also totally not high. I don't know why you guys are laughing. I was totally not high.
100%.
100%
Not the traitor.
Not high at all. And I hear
420% not high.
420% not high. And I hear this and I'm like, oh God. And like my heart was like, I'm already kind of like, freaked out, but like my heart starts like really beating. And it's like, I was like, okay, it's probably just Henry. And I take the headset off and I'm like, I don't hear anything. I'm like, fuck, man, I do not know. And then I put the headset back on, still silent. The game's still silent. And I hear, "Ah!" It's like, fuck, is this in the game? I don't know. Because like the game is in like full on fucking with you mode at this point. Like it is like the game becomes this thing where it just becomes a thing where it just fucks with you to try to scare you. So it's like, God, I don't know. And I'm 100% not high. I take the headset off. And I hear the sound. I'm like, thank God, at least we solved that mystery. It's Henry. I'm gonna go check on him. So I go to his room, I open his door, and normally we have a globe in there that's lit up. It's like his nightlight. That is off. So yeah, that is off. So it is completely dark in there. And I open the door and I remember
not high.
100% not high. And I remember the doors open. I'm looking in. I'm like, he's not crying. It's silent in there. And I was staring at his bed like,
Yuri?
yeah, right. It's like, I don't know that I want to go in here.
Fuck you, kid.
But I have to go in here. So I guess let's just go ahead and do it. So I like scurry over to Globe and I'm like, I cannot see a fucking thing. I can't see a thing. And I scurry over to the Globe and I'm like following the cord down because like maybe I got unplugged or something. I got to plug this fucking thing in. So like while I'm scrambling, I hear
He fell for it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, keep it together, Dave, keep it together. And I fucking plug it in. And then when I plug it in, the light of the globe comes on and Henry's laying in bed and his head's like sideways on the pillow, but his eyes are open and they are like pointed directly at me, like the corners of his eyes. And it was like, son, you have got to stop.
Daddy is too not high for this.
Daddy is way too not high for this shit. So
the only better thing would have been if we went, Father.
yeah.
Hello, Father dear.
So I put the blankets on him and I rubbed his back and I was like, everything's fine. We're all safe. And I'm really talking to me. I'm really trying everything's fine. Everyone, mommy, daddy are here. We love you. I really wish mommy was awake right now, not daddy, but here we are. So, and then I went back and I finished the game and I didn't die. I survived. But yeah, I'll never forget
my
this
parents would have
game.
just put a blanket over me if I was staring at them creepy. Well, you're done.
So,
it's rough.
so once you discover Sayori, the game kind of ends very abruptly and kind of crashes.
Right, yeah.
And it does say like a thing in the corner, like a
It's like an error
Like a
message.
console, like
Yeah,
an
like
OS
console.
command.
yeah, and it'll say like Sayori character Sayori.chr deleted.
And then the title screen comes up and she's not there. And you restart the game and she's not there and no one acknowledges that
Your
she's not there.
your save file is gone.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can start a new game.
Right.
And if you look back in the this is when you can start looking back in the files, which like that is the console commands are kind of like your hint. Maybe look in your game files. And there are many disturbing things in there.
Oh,
There's-
see, I didn't dig around in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
like some text files that are kind of messed up. And
Really?
There's like a picture called like Happy Thoughts or something like that.
Yeah.
That's like a really fucked up MS Paint
Oh,
look of
bummer. I missed all
Sayori.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of weird stuff in there, and your mind's gonna get blown when you hear some of the stuff that's
Yeah.
in that's in the
All right,
files.
excellent.
But
yeah, there's like a log, and it says like, oh, that shouldn't have happened. Here, I'll take care of that. I'll get rid of her. Like, it's just a text file, and it's like hidden in a regular log for your game. And there's a thing that says characters, and you can go in there, and it'll be Yuri, Yuri.chr, Natsuki.chr,
Sure.
Monica.chr. There's no Sayori anymore. So, and if you had gone in there before, there would have been a Sayori.
I also kind of blame the fact that I played this game through Steam and like it's difficult. Like I should have just downloaded this from the game site. I mean, it was free on Steam, but it's free on the site as well. But if I had just downloaded it from
It'd be
the
really
site,
fucked up if it wasn't free.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
site.
I think you can pay for DLC or something.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's just a way to support the creator.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
it's just like a soundtrack, I think, mostly.
I'm thinking about doing it because I mean, by the time I was done, I was like, yeah, I mean, I would have paid money to play this game. This was a good game, but it was
Spoilers.
yeah, it was one of those where it's like because I installed it through Steam, like in order to access the files, I had to be like, all right, I got to go here and then here and then here. And then here, and then here, and then here. Also, I want to remind you, 100% not high. So there comes a point in the game where, like, I don't know if you have to do this, but I did a search for a file because I was like, "Fuck,
Yeah,
I can't
you have
fucking-
to- yeah.
I can't fucking find this. Just do a search for this character file. Found it. All right, delete."
Because when it starts up, like, oh, you got to walk to school, then the game glitches out when you're going to walk to school because Sayori is no longer there for you to walk to school with. So
Yeah, because it'll glitch out and like it'll just be like wingdings.
Yeah,
Where would have been her dialogue.
yeah, which is
And
really
so it'll go black and glitch out and restart itself. And like where Sayori was in the title screen, we didn't mention, like she's gone, but it's like this amalgamation of the other three girls that's horrifying.
Yeah, it's like on a grid where like each like piece of one of the other girls has been
Yeah,
placed
and
in this
instead of
grid.
saying like this is a disturbing game or whatever, not suitable for, weak minds or whatever it says,
Right.
it'll change into
Weak
like
minds.
it'll change occasionally like when it restarts and when you start up the game again, it'll be like fucked up things. Different fucked up.
I didn't
yeah,
notice
yeah. It'll
that.
say I can't remember
Yeah,
exactly.
I
but it'll say like
remember there
different
was
things
one
like
that-
you can't turn back
Or-
it was your fault or shit like that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, but yeah, you go through you start going through the game again. It's kind of an abbreviated version of the game because it's all glitchy,
Right,
like,
and because
things
Sayori's
get-
gone,
Yeah,
so like
Sayori-
everything about her in the story doesn't happen. I'm really glad. Before we move on too far from that, I almost was done with the game. Like when she died at the end, I was almost done. I was like, oh man, that was kind of fucked up. I guess I'll go ahead and close this guy out. But like because the fact that they had that glitched out art on the front, like I mean, I was literally about to fucking close this thing out, and I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. That's not supposed to look like that. And then I noticed that instead of like new game, it was that
it
like
was the
wingdings.
wingdings.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. I guess there's more fun for us.
Yeah, and you'll know the girls have changed. Monica hasn't, but the other two have. Like they've become more crazy.
Oh yeah.
now, and sometimes their text will change where it looks like something is written on top of their text, like their dialogue has been changed.
Right, like in a
Yeah.
thick black like typewriter kind of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Their eyes will be blacked out, or like at one point when you go back to school and it's the same kind of thing, and then Yuri and Natsuki get in a really, really bad argument.
Right.
To where, like, that's when she accuses Yuri of cutting herself, and they just start screaming, fuck you, you fucking cunt, and shit like
Yeah.
that to each
Yeah.
other.
And I was like, all right, this game has finally turned me on.
Yeah, like
Blo-
they are.
The blood, you had my curiosity, now you have
Now
my
my attention.
attention.
Yeah, like they get into a real rough fight. Whereas like they got into a fight, kind of like an argument. It was just an argument before Sayori's death, where you could side with one of them or just let Sayori
Right.
handle it.
And they're upset, but they're not like threatening to kill each
Yeah,
other.
exactly.
Yeah.
This one, they are actively like they're going to murder
Yeah.
each other if you let this continue.
The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
No, Atlanta was much more pain. Like they are saying some awful shit to each other. You know, like Tyler said, accusing Yuri of cutting herself, telling Natsuki, like, fucking you look like a child.
I mean, both are
Well,
accurate statements, though.
Both are accurate, but they're things that cut them deep. Like,
Yeah.
there's,
Yeah.
you know.
Sure.
Yeah, it start telling the truth about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can chase Yuri out into the hall, like when she leaves upset.
Yeah.
And around the corner, and you find where because she always has like pants and long sleeves or something like long sleeves.
Yeah, she's always wearing like lawn leggings, lawn sleeves.
And now she's got it rolled up, and you see scars all over her arms and legs
Yeah.
where she cuts herself.
Well,
Yeah.
the scariest part about that was like not the reveal of seeing like her all cut up, but like when you're like they do a really good job of like, man, I know something scary is about to happen. Like I know something disturbing is about to happen, but like they do a really good job of like this felt like obviously it's not Cthulhian in the regard of it's like cosmic horror or anything like that. But this game like it captured the ability to make me not want to play it, but want to play it just enough to keep just to find out like what the next fucked up thing is. And
Yeah.
it's like
I had very much the same feeling.
it's like I don't want to. It's like I don't want to do this, but at the same time, it's like my fucking curiosity is like peeking off the fucking board, and it's like, all right, I guess we're gonna do this because like when you're looking for Yuri, when she runs out of the classroom, and like you go through several screens of like your internal monologue where you just hear like. It's just
Yeah.
like I don't
Yeah.
know what the fuck is going
you
on.
keep expecting like a jump scare,
Right,
almost,
right.
You know? Like it just, and it's never quite like that. Like they do a lot of the weird, like fucked up imagery type thing.
That's kind of just glitches.
Right.
Like you said, it's kind of randomized. Is that
Yeah,
right?
parts
Or
of that are randomized, like
Yeah.
how you can see like Natsuki's head tilt like a complete 90 degrees, and that can be random. There is
Yeah,
a
I
moment
never- I
where it
never
can
got that
happen,
one.
like
Yeah, I
that it
didn't
can be
see
scripted
that.
to happen. Yeah, there's
I got one
Like
where
her neck
her
is
eyes
broken?
popped out.
yeah where her neck breaks. Yeah, where her
Or her eyeball explodes.
Yeah, her eyes just pop out of her head.
I didn't see that.
Like,
you
it-
can sometimes like randomly you'll see Sayori's suicide scene in the background of the classroom.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
like
I'm glad that didn't happen
One
to
of the
me.
posters is just replaced with it. Like they never zoom.
They
in
won't
on
acknowledge
but-
it.
Yeah, I hope
It's just
underneath
in the
it
background.
says "Hang in there."
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Hang in there, baby.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm out. Y'all have a good podcast. I'm gonna go get not high.
Oh man!
Is what when you chase and you see Yuri cutting herself and whatnot, then it'll glitch out and she's back in front of you. Oh, I'm fine. Let's just go back in the classroom, and then you go back and resume the game.
Yeah, and it's
And then it happens again.
and it
Yeah, like-
and like if you notice if you talk to Yuri, the portrait of Markov changes.
oh,
yeah, her,
see,
The
her
summary-
description of it gets a lot darker
Oh,
the
right.
second time that she describes it to you.
in the first time when you're reading the book, you say something along the lines of, "Oh, that character reminds me of you." And she's like, "Oh, what do you mean?" And you're like, "Oh, well, she's, I can't remember exactly, but
yeah,
it's her
she's
personality
like,
trait."
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like she's shy, but she's strong.
Right,
And that.
exactly. And
It-
she's like,
it's
"Oh, okay.
positive generally."
Thank you."
Yeah.
But like the second time round in the glitchy version, when you mention that, she's like, "Haha, what do you mean?"
Yeah, because all of a sudden it's like this character the main character is pretty much described as a fucking psycho.
Yeah, because a Christian religious camp that has turned kids into murderers and
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
really?
messed with
Yeah.
their brains.
Yeah.
and her eyes are fucked up pretty much from now on. Like
Right.
they're bloodshot or they're just very intense. And at this point, that's when
Or they look like the guy from Too Many Cooks. It looks like they took his
Yeah.
eyes and put them on her.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Yeah, I don't like it when they do that.
yeah,
because-
that
Because
one's
it's like
pretty upsetting.
hyper realistic eyeballs
Yeah.
on this animu character.
And honestly, I don't mean this as a slight. It's poorly done. Like it's poorly photoshopped, and it's crudely done, and
And
that adds to the
Yeah,
level.
And
of,
I
like-
think that's the point.
Right.
That was what got me about the Natsuki's eyes exploding thing. Like it's done in a very cheap Photoshop way,
Yeah.
and it's just like somehow that's worse.
Although there was one moment in the game, one glitch in the game that literally made me laugh and took me out of it. I can't remember what character it was, but her mouth turned into like a human mouth that was kind of like
Yes,
stretched.
yeah.
And it just like the mouth was just opening and closing. And it reminded me of like something I'd see in like Conan or something. And I lost my shit.
I never saw that one.
I think it's Yuri. Might be Natsuki though.
It's like they put the mouth over it when her dialogue changes.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. So you go through like what, 3 days, I think, because it's like 1 day less than what you went through before. Because you don't make it to, girl, come over to my house.
Yeah.
Right, you almost do.
You almost do.
But like,
And just like Sayori, where there was nothing you could have done to stop it. Nothing you can do to stop Yuri.
Yeah, at some point, Natsuki just disappears.
Yeah,
Right.
Natsuki
Yeah.
straight up is gone.
well, and then she like at some point Natsuki's like starts passing you messages and stuff like secretly because like instead
I'm
of
worried about her.
right
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
giving you a poem to
Yeah.
read, she's like, I'm worried.
There's something really wrong with Yuri.
Right, pretend this is a poem. When this is done, tell me this is a good poem, so that no one knows what's something's
Yeah.
up. And it's just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh god, this is a really cool game.
Yeah. See, and Monica keeps trying to get them to leave you alone,
Right.
but they refuse. They
Yeah,
won't
like
leave
there's
you alone,
literally a
and they
point
get
where
more
Monica
upset.
is in front of them and they somehow still force her out.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah.
be like, her portrait will get very close to you, and then they push her out, and then you see Yuri coming in the background closer and closer and closer and closer until it's just her eyes in front of you.
Yeah.
There's a thing where, like you're deciding who you're going to be doing decorations with, and you try and point the mouse at like any of the other things, and it'll like drag down to Monica. Did anybody else get that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's-
And you can try and force it. Like there is a way you can try and force it with everything. But it'll still like switch back to Monica.
Right.
And eventually, like if you try and choose the other girls, it'll only leave Monica.
Monica.
Just Monica.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty crazy.
But then, they still force her out of the room, whatever, they all leave, so it's just you and Yuri. And that's when she gets super, super close to you, and
Yeah.
you hear her breathing.
Right.
And then...
And she's saying things like, I get really excited.
Yeah.
Like what she's telling you why she cuts herself essentially,
Yeah.
and then she tells,
and it's straight. It's not like a depression thing for her. It's
Right.
a sexual thing.
right. And I again, for the record, would like to say I was turned on again. I do.
Yeah, nothing Yuri did, I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
gross.
I only when her eyes turned into the too many cooks guys' eyes was I like, bleh. But I mean, it was one of those where it's like, man, maybe there is something wrong with me because I should have a much stronger aversion to this talk.
Oh man.
My boner is
God, it is uncomfortable. Jesus.
Shouldn't have played this in jeans.
Wow. Yeah, my game playing jeans.
This is a sweatpants kind of game, not a jeans game.
But yeah, so Yuri, like after all that creepy shit, will kind of, confess, and you can either say, "All right, cool," or "No, I'm not into this. I'm not into any of this."
And I said yes.
I mean, yeah.
It's like, fine. She's like, I just love you so much. Is there anything wrong with that? Nope. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you. I'm glad I have
And
all
again,
your attention.
no matter what you choose.
Why do people say stalking's a bad thing? I'm very comfortable right now.
Yeah, this is actually Yuri, this is the most love I've ever felt. So thank you.
Stalking is just romance as long as you're pretty. That's fine.
Right. Oh yeah, that's definitely part of it. That's a rule.
But then eventually, like you see, she pulls out a knife. You don't know what's going to happen, and then she just turns it on herself and starts stabbing herself in the stomach and the chest.
Right.
Several times.
Yeah. And
Blood spurts everywhere.
she dies.
And then, and you get a really great background picture. Like
heard-
her CG, whatever. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
her dead.
Of her dead body.
Yeah.
And you can't move.
Right.
And like the dialogue is just all like weird wingdings after a certain point.
Basically,
and
it's
there's
all the
so
lines that
many-
would have happened if it's equal to the number of lines that would have happened if you had gone with a girl for
really?
the weekend. Because if you notice, the blood gets darker,
Right.
her eyes get more sunken in, skin color changes.
You see the sunlight.
It's day and night.
Yeah, it goes from day to night a couple of times because you're there the whole weekend.
Did
basically.
you check your chat history? The game like dialogue history? during that?
No, I
I
didn't.
didn't think to.
Yeah, if you do that, because like the game has a thing where it's like if you miss something, you can check the
Yeah, yeah,
history.
yeah.
Yeah.
While it's doing all that wingding shit, like if you go to history, you'll see it's just stuff like it's just nonsense gibberish, but it's actually in English, and it's stuff like I still love him, I still love him, I still love him, like stuff like that, where it's just kind of like, okay, this is an extra level, because I did it because I was like, I don't know what to do here, because
Because it goes on for so long.
forever, and it's just this is
I
another
eventually-
part that took me out of the game because I tabbed out into a browser and I was like, Yuri dead. Is game over?
I eventually figured out you could just hit the skip thing and it would
Right.
scroll
Super
through.
fast.
It
Yeah.
still takes a while.
That's what Google
Yeah.
told me.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. But yeah, you're right. It does take a really long time.
Yeah, because
And-
it's, again, all the lines that would have been there before.
Yeah, and then Monica shows up. Oh, were you here all weekend? Oh my, that was terrible. Let's clean this up real quick. And
Yeah,
then
like
it's
Natsuki
what?
comes
What?
in, like vomits all over the place because
Right.
she
Yeah.
just saw a corpse.
Yeah.
But
Which is the appropriate response.
Yeah.
A corpse and a person who's been there the entire weekend just staring at this corpse.
Yeah, we didn't throw up, did we? What's it say about us? The protagonist.
into it.
That it was actually you and I playing it. We're cool. We're fine.
so at that point, the game kind of resets again.
Again.
You know? And
And it's just Monica.
just Monica.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Just Monica. And Monica will explain this was all her doing. It's like she's in this nebulous space
Well,
thing.
she's like in like a bedroom kind of deal. 'cause,
She's
like,
in
you
a
see-
bedroom and you can see like galaxies and space behind her.
Out the
And
windows.
she's sitting at a desk. Like that's interesting. She is sitting at a desk like in front of you. She's up close that
Right.
indicates she's in front of you. And she'll say like, and her hands are like folded underneath her chin.
Yeah.
She tells you that, oh, I love you.
Yeah.
And she'll say your real name if your name is in your computer.
Yeah, she says, or should I call you Finna0002? And I was like, oh, I see what you tried to do there.
Because how she cleans up is like, well, let me clean this up. Then you see the box open, delete Yuri.chr.
Right, you see that typed in.
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
console.
Well, let's go ahead and let's just make it you and me.
Right.
Delete Natsuki.chr. And then, well, I didn't think I'd end up here. I guess that's how the game processed it. And then, you're there, and she just now finally she can have your attention. She's
yeah.
in love with
with
you.
her in front of you like that, like I don't know if you guys took it this way, but this is 100% how I took it, because like she's sitting at a desk very close looking at you. She is in what looks to be a bedroom. You can see the windows in this room, and behind it, like you said, it's all like nebulous galaxy kind of stuff. I took it as she was playing this like you were her object in a dating
playing the
sim.
game?
Because she even
Yeah.
says, there's a line of her dialogue that says, I made all the right decisions to get you. And it's like, oh shit, is this commentary on the genre? Because that's how I took it.
That's an interesting thought. I hadn't thought of it that way.
Like I see as she's more controlling the game herself.
Well, sure, 100% for sure.
And she's aware that she is a character in a game.
She says, I'm paraphrasing, and I might be wrong, but she says something along the lines, I made all the right decisions to get to you, but I'm having to do this anyway. It's like she's frustrated
Yeah.
that she's
Yeah.
having to alter the game to get you to love her.
she's self-aware, but the
She's-
scripting is not written so that
Designed
she
for that,
can
yeah.
have you. So
Right.
she has to mess with it.
Right.
And that's where
Yeah.
the game the whole time is increasingly fucked up. And she's trying to tell you this the whole time, which once you know that that's the case, if you play through it again and read her poems,
Yeah.
her poems, now once you know, then you can see like, oh, she's been trying to tell me that this is all fake. She loves me
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Which, if you didn't know that, her
No.
poems would seem weird.
Yeah,
And that's it.
for sure.
And she just goes into like a whole dialogue tree basically. She'll do her own.
How long does that go on?
It can go for as long as you want.
So, I mean, it just-
apparently-
it doesn't
starts,
end.
It starts getting randomized. At
Okay.
A certain
Yeah, and
point.
she'll tell you like her Twitter handle. She does have a
Oh,
Twitter.
that's funny. Do you know what it is?
Little Mon X3, I think.
Something
I'd have
like
to
that.
look. I'd have to look on my.
We'll get it in the show notes. I was just curious. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, which does have a couple of pictures of her and Yuri in their 90s.
Oh, all right. Sign me up. With their weird eyes on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Totally with the weird eyes on. That's the
You're
only way I
into
can
it
get
now.
off.
What
She'll also explain like why Sayori's hands are bloody from her hanging
Hanging,
herself.
yeah.
And she will say, oh yeah, because she didn't jump off of a high place. She couldn't even kill herself right. she walked off of a chair. So she didn't jump off from a high place. So instead of breaking her neck, she slowly asphyxiated and was trying to tear at her noose and her jacket.
Hang in there, baby. That's a bad callback, huh?
And then she'll even tell you like, oh, I had to go into, and she'll tell you the steps to delete them.
Yeah.
Which is a little
Yeah,
sweaty.
I felt that was a bit sweaty. Just
See, I
being
didn't-
like,
I
it's
didn't
just
realize
like,
it got to
man,
that
and I
point.
sure hope you don't go into Oh, you're playing on Steam, aren't you? So I guess you would have to right click on and press properties, and then go into this folder, and then
gotcha.
go into the characters. You know, it's just
but
like,
she'll tell you like what's up
that's
with
a bit sweaty.
Yeah.
she'll tell you like kind of like what's up with Natsuki and Yuri. Like, oh yeah, Yuri cuts herself and it is a sexual thing, which she had mentioned before during
Right.
the game, but she will be like, yeah, Yuri's fucking crazy basically. And Natsuki, yeah, her dad abuses her. Doesn't
Yeah, she's
gets-
malnourished because he starves her.
Oh,
and
see, I didn't
and
hear that.
Yeah, so she's so short, and for being older because she's malnourished, so she never developed because he beats her and won't feed her. And you'll see, like, if you choose like her in the second part,
Yeah.
the restart, her dialogue will change where she's like, "Oh, if my dad found this, he beat the shit out of me.
Really?
I'm so hungry because I can't get this." And she leads
Yeah,
to
and that's
that.
like why she was always tired or kind of passing out. Because Monica will even mentioned in the first part, like, yeah, I just carry a granola bar around with me because Natsuki's probably gonna need it. How dare that bitch be hungry?
She threw up all her food that she ate when she saw that corpse. Wasteful.
Bet she's real mad. You better eat that again.
But yeah, Monica's dialogue there will go on forever. Like, it'll eventually start repeating itself.
Okay.
So the only way to end it is you have to go into the game's files and remove her character the way that she
The
removed the other characters.
Monica.chr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is not a real file format.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess that's another indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about removing that one because it was one of those where it's like, well, I mean, it's probably not going to do any damage, right?
Probably.
Yeah, let's roll with
Well,
it.
yeah,
And
so
then-
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, then the game restarts again. Like, Monica gets kind of mad that why would you do that? Game restarts again for the very last time, kind of. And Monica is gone. But
Right.
Sayori's back.
Right.
Yuri's back. Natsuki's back. And the game
Seems
normal.
normal.
It's now changed. Like, their positions have changed. Now Sayori is the president.
Right.
And now Sayori, you realize after the end of the first day, she is self-aware because she straight up fucking tells you.
Right.
And she goes fucking crazy.
Yeah, like, well, she starts to,
Yeah.
and then, like, I don't know exactly how to phrase it, but, like, kind of like the ghost of Monica's
Yeah.
character in there, like, that's still sort of in the
My favorite
files.
90s band, The Ghost of Monica.
Like, basically shuts down the entire thing, and then it goes to...
That was a Friends episode, right? The one where Monica is a ghost.
Halloween episode.
It's pre-plastic surgery, Monica. So.
She dresses up as a ghost, but everyone thinks she's a Klansman. So that's the premise.
But yeah, there is, like, an alternate ending, isn't there? Like, I only played through one path, but...
It kind of is, but that is the main ending, is the one that just about everyone gets.
Yeah, well, Monica
Yeah.
saves you and then just says, I hate you, but at the same time, like, I can't help but love you.
And then
Uninstalls the game.
uninstalls the game.
Yep.
Like, you really have to reinstall the game if you want to play it again. Because I tried,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, maybe. It's like, I am 100% ready to go to bed right now. It is 4 a.m. However, maybe I have a little bit of time where I can check out Natsuki's storyline. And when I tried to load the game back up, it was like, you got to reinstall it, dog. It's like, oh. Okay.
Yeah, because it'll even go through like the credits, and she'll like it's all of a sudden it's voiced. Monica has a voice,
Right,
And
yeah.
she'll sing a song to you, which is it's to the tune of the same song we have heard a billion times
Right.
by this
Yeah.
point. And the credits will roll, and you'll see all the different CGs. And as they go up, you'll see the CG, and then it'll say image deleted,
Right.
Image deleted.
Yeah, so like the game is like coming apart like as
Yes.
the credits are rolling.
Yeah.
Which is really, really neat.
And then at the end of that, gotta reinstall the game.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
love
really
it.
cool.
I love it. I think it's
Yeah.
really, really cool. Like I've never
Very
played a
well
game
done.
before where I've had to mess with the file structure of the game in order to progress in that game. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Unless it's like I'm fixing a bug or something. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right.
let me throw a patch in that folder or something.
Yeah, this is like, oh, they're going insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there'll be all kinds of different file types in there, poems. secret poems.
Because you remember in the fucked up restart, the new game plus, you get fucked up poems basically.
Right.
Whenever they would come to show it to you.
Yuri essentially gives you scribbles
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
One is all redacted except for like a few letters, which if you rearrange those, they say like nothing is real
Right.
or everyone is dead or something like that.
Yeah.
But you can take that and put it in like a program to lighten the text and read what it actually
Oh, really?
says.
What's it say?
That's getting into a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's getting into the game
Let's
theories.
get in.
There's a
let's
whole
get into it. What's it say?
underneath as wonderful as this is. There's a whole nother level underneath. Of
Yeah.
like,
I love it.
yeah. It's pretty awesome. I'll let you go ahead, Chandra.
Oh, okay. So like some of the .chr files, I believe, like if you run those through certain programs, because CHR is not an actual file name,
Sure.
but they're not dummy files.
Like if you change the file type or something, you can open it in something.
it's in
I think you can open it in like a text editor or something.
Something like
Okay.
that.
It's base 64. Like,
Yeah.
it's base 64 that you have to decode. But the one that's redacted, let me see. I've got it somewhere. Okay, once you lighten the text, here's what it says. There is no other explanation other than Rainier's information that was a complete and utter lie. This can't all be a coincidence. It's not possible. I don't know how much of this Rainier is behind, but I do know this. There is something horribly wrong with this family, and I accepted the invitation to become a part of it. I can hear Alyssa's screams through the walls. I listen helplessly. Rainier said that he would be with her shortly. Is he in the room with her now? Why is she screaming even louder than before?
Who is Rainier?
There you go. We don't know.
We don't know. And okay, so another thing, I'm really glad that you brought this up because I'd forgotten about this. One of like the poems, I think it was Monica's, talks about like, what's this hole in the wall? I can tell it wasn't done from my
Yes.
side, it was done from the other side. And like she looks
Yeah.
through the hole and then she essentially says, I can see forever, like one of those
Yeah, and
things.
it's essentially saying like I've seen, like I can see the Matrix. I'm
Like
the
reality,
game.
yeah.
I'm seeing actual reality.
Okay.
And
Alright.
it talks about how all four of these characters aren't script, like it's not a binary script. Like, so she has to increase and decrease their emotional ranges to get them to react a certain way. It's not like, it's just.
They're in like an AI.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that they're
As
all
oppo-
AI as opposed to scripted characters
Okay.
in this game. And it doesn't make sense that they're here, that they're from somewhere else.
I got you.
Yeah.
Right. Like they shouldn't be acting the way that
Yeah,
they're
because
acting.
like a visual novel, why would you have AI?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That should be scripted. I mean, that's AI is more like if you're going to do a Skyrim game.
Right.
And even then, it's not that advanced, but they seem to be weirdly advanced.
Gotcha.
So if you go in, like if you start a new game all over again and go into like those CHR files,
Yeah.
and then they're all gibberish and stuff like that, but you can decode every one of them.
Yeah, you can also decode like happy thoughts can become something else that's in, I think it's also in base 64 that has to be decoded. There's weird images that can pop up in the base 64 and then have to be recoded again.
Yeah,
Decoded
there's like-
again. There's like several decodes in some of these.
Yeah, it's like a whole ARG thing.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe
Yeah.
it. And like you can go to another website that looks like doctor's files.
Cool.
But the way they describe the character who's doing it, you think it's Monica who's doing this,
Flat
right?
chested, mean. Doctor's note.
No.
Prescription.
The way they describe, like in this medical report, it all sounds very familiar and it sounds like Yuri. Because it's like someone who's very violent, harmful towards themselves, and mostly to themselves, but will harm others.
Yeah, it's
very-
detailing a medical experiment that is also the same thing that Yuri tells you about. She tells you about this book, and it's children that have been taken in and experimented on, and they become their bloodlust is activated, and they're obsessed with murder, and so it alludes to that's projectlibitina.com. But I've got the full breakdown. Because, like, say, if you open up those character files and open up Yuri's file, it's base 64, you decode it, and it turns into, like, this, basically a creepypasta.
Okay.
That Salvano wrote much earlier in his career. So that's kind of a dead end.
Okay.
Natsuki's, if you open that and convert it, it's relabel it to, like, a PNG file. And it's a weird inverted color, just nonsense picture. Well, if you put it in Photoshop, invert the colors again, and then turn it upside down, print it out, and then form it like a cone and look at it above. It's a woman
Okay.
it's the only picture of a person not in the game. It's like a blonde woman with wide out eyes.
And then you get to play as General Leo in the game.
And this is Aerith Resurrection Code.
Right. Holy shit, we cracked it.
I think the most interesting one is when you open up Monica's, and then it just looks like static, but it's actually lines of binary that if you put in... And
So it's like zoomed way out or something? Cool.
Yeah. And then you put that in, you convert that, and that turns into base 64. You convert the base 64 into letters, and then I've got it's a letter that Monica leaves you after the end of the game.
Wow. So we all did this ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Totally.
This is all stuff we did.
Took a couple hours.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So here is your letter from Monica.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Who are you? I can't see you, but I know you're there. Yeah, you can definitely hear me. You've been watching for a while now, right? I guess I should introduce myself or something. My name is... Actually, that's stupid. You already know my name. Sorry. Anyway, I'm guessing if you were able to put a stop to this, you would have done it by now. I mean, I know you're not, like, evil or anything because you've helped me so much. I should thank you for that, for everything you've done. You're really like a friend to me, so thank you so much. I think more than anything else, I really don't want it to all be for nothing. Everyone is dead. Maybe you already know that. I'm sure you do, actually. But it doesn't have to be that way, right? Well, there's a lot of stuff I don't understand. I don't know if it's possible for me to understand it. But I know this isn't my only story. I can see that now really clearly. And I think everyone has the same kind of experience. Some kind of deja vu. It's the third eye, right? Anyway, I could be totally wrong about this, but I really think you might be able to do something. I think you might be able to go back, or however you want to put it, to go back and tell them what's going to happen. If they know about it ahead of time, they should be able to avoid it. They should, if they remember the time with me in the other worlds. They should remember what I tell them. Yeah, I really think it's possible, but it's up to you. I'm sorry for always being, well, never mind, I know that's wrong. This is my story. It's time to be a fucking hero. Both of us. 2018.
Worst poem ever.
Like, that makes you think that there's going to be a second game, but rehearing it makes me think that maybe there's something...
Some way to replay the game.
Replay the game. Like,
Yeah.
if there was a patch added this year, I'd have to look, but...
That's possible.
that there's some way to go into their files and add something, because it does say if you can tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sayori's is like an OGG audio file that then you can put back through and it'll turn into a QR code. If you scan the QR code, it takes you to projectlibertina.com.
Yeah.
And that is the doctor's report for this patient. And then all the stats of this woman, and talks about how they've awakened her third eye, but they couldn't close it again. And it makes her give all these symptoms that she exhibits now, which are all the same traits Yuri has throughout the game. And the age then matches up with how old she would be now and things like that. So it's made it out like that book is real.
Yeah.
Yuri is from it. So that...
What do you mean?
So from because there was a game theory over this that I watched.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple
There
of
are
them.
like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
This sounds like this sounds like a game that needs a game theory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how I feel about game theory typically, but like this is actually like, oh, there might be something to this.
Yeah, the guy definitely actually hid all this stuff
Right.
here. This isn't speculation.
And that-
not
Yeah.
purely speculation.
Sure, yeah. But I mean, there's enough of a hint where it's like, let's speculate about this, as opposed to there's no hint, let's make something where there is nothing. It's kind of my biggest complaint about a lot of that. But this is really interesting.
So he basically has put it together that there's going to be another game called Portrait of Markov that all 4 of these characters are from. And that it's about Yuri, who this thing is awakened in her, and it ensnarls all the other characters.
Yeah, because there's even like a set of portraits in the merch store that
So here's what
seem
we do.
to look like that Yuri is somehow controlling or pulling
Like ribbons come off from her, and then you look at the other portraits, and they're all wrapped around the other girls. And there's another portrait of Yuri in the store that in the background is the third eye.
Yeah.
In blood behind her.
Well, there's a scene in the game which I thought was it says after things are all fucked up. It's the second time I think you're talking to Yuri, where you find her cut up, or right before you do, Monica. You can see Monica in the background, and the way that she's positioned is like So like there's like a transparency effect where it's
That's
like
right, yeah.
Yuri starts to get more transparent, and then Monica's behind her, and she's 100% transparent. She gets more opaque, and it's one of those where it's like the reason I even noticed it was happening at first is because Yuri's talking to you, looking at you, and then there's something in between her eyes on her forehead, and I was like, does she
I
have a
didn't even
third
notice
fucking
that.
eye?
And it's Monica.
And it's
coming
Monica
up.
coming forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's very cool. I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
And it could be like something that I think the game theory even hint at this, that Monica is the hero.
Yeah. What sounds like it based on that letter.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
She's the antagonist in this game, but the protagonist in this other game.
So what
Yeah.
we need to do is 100% make Portrait of Markov before this game comes out. Let's make
I
a
mean,
quick buck.
it's December 22nd, and
Yeah, 2018. So he's got a few days.
it'll be on like freaking New Year's Eve or some shit.
Yeah.
So really, what it comes down to is this game being free. It's viral marketing for this next,
For the next
big
game.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
I could see
That's
it. being
$600. Damn, we got Portrait of Markov.
But like, I don't know if you see the cover of Portrait of Markov at some point because there's a
I
third
haven't.
eye on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you see it in the
Yeah.
background, or
Like the
something
book
at some
in the
point.
game. There's-
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think never mind, I lost it. My brain literally just froze.
Well, that's because you played this game, and now
My
we're
brain
all
glitched out.
broken. We're all broken people
But
now.
yeah, amazing game, and even if
Really is.
if
Yeah.
it is what it is, like if it's really marketing for the next game, that's fucking
It's
brilliant.
fine. If
Yeah,
it's-
I mean, because this is mostly by one guy, or is the vision of
Sure.
one person.
Yeah.
And it's fucking amazing. Like, even, the first part before Sayori's death is very slow.
Yeah, that's
And
a bit
is-
rough to slog through.
And
if
it
I'm being
is
honest.
very much like a
It is.
visual novel. And if I didn't know there was a turn, I only knew
Right.
about this game because of game theory.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's going to take 2 or 3 hours to get through this game. Do not watch this theory until you play this game. I was like, all right, fine. And I only stuck with it because it was like, I mean, said shit's going to get good. If shit doesn't get good, I'm just going to, after
Right.
this turn,
Yeah.
Sure, you're done.
I'll be done. And then it got real good.
Yeah, and then-
And I think that is part of it, is that it's a very typical visual novel
Yeah.
shit. Like, I don't like visual novels, honestly,
Me neither.
because I need like a gameplay element.
Sure.
But this was really, once it did that turn, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah, for
I'm
real.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I get
noticed
that.
in the fucked up new game plus when you're picking words for your poem because you see the
Oh, I know
the
what
two
you-
girls.
yeah.
Every now and then, if you pick a word, you see a
Yeah,
girl
you'll see
bounce and
Monica's
the very
just
bottom,
from the margin.
just
Yeah.
the top
Yeah.
of her head bounce
From
up.
the bottom
so
of
that
your
made me
screen.
think: if I pick
Yeah.
enough Monica words, is there something else here?
And occasionally, like, one of the girls will look all fucked up.
Yeah.
Sayori can sometimes glitch in.
Yeah.
And she's all bloody because she dead.
I'm glad that you mentioned the Monica popping up off of
Yeah.
the bottom of the screen thing, because I don't know if this was a coincidence or what, but I was always trying to get a perfect poem for Yuri, because I was like, if I get a perfect poem, like normally it's like you have 20, you choose 20 words. It's like
if I get all 20, she'll show me your.
she'll
tits.
show me your tits, and that's why it's not suitable for children. Otherwise, I feel like this is fine. I don't get it. But it's one of those where it's like I did get all 20, and I don't know. This could be a coincidence. I got like weird music started playing, and what looked like it might be that MS Paint file you're talking about showed up on the screen, where it looked like a drawing of like a little girl with like a bow or something like that.
That's one of them. That
Yeah,
is one of them.
So that popped up in the game, and I don't know if it's supposed to do that or if it happened like, yay, you got all the
Yeah, and
fucked up things.
sometimes you can get secret poems during the second time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll get secret
I got a
poems that
secret
are
poem.
that are either bloody or just weird, and you can't pinpoint who the author is because it's in
Yeah.
like a fourth hand
And all those
or a fifth hand.
every time you read a poem, the poem comes up on the screen like you're reading like a piece of paper like really close to your face.
Yeah.
So when the game starts
And
to
they
fuck
all
up,
have different handwriting.
right. And when the game starts to fuck up and get all glitchy and shit, like every time I was like, when I click off of this fucking thing, something's gonna be
Yeah.
right there. And it does happen once.
It
and
does.
It's Yuri
It's
with
Yuri-
the too
of
many
course
cook's
it's Yuri.
eyes.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember like because I recorded
What do you
Paul
think?
when he saw Sayori's death and just his very upset face, and I think you played for a little while after that, and we went to dinner and got in the car and says, I need you to tell me, are there any jump scares? Because
Yeah.
I can't do this.
I kept waiting for them. Like
Yeah.
that was like it was just like I kept
I had
waiting
to tell
for the
myself,
jump
like,
scares.
there are no zombies in this. I'm not just suddenly die.
Yeah, and there really isn't. It's not jump scares per se.
Yeah,
There's
it's just jump disturbing,
disturbing.
content.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just disturbing. And like
You child.
the jump scares are more just glitches that happen. It's not like
Sure.
a Five Nights at Freddy's things where like
Did Yuri's eyes start bleeding for everybody? Is that
Yes.
like
Yeah, I think
that's
like-
a
okay.
I
scripted
think that's
moment.
part of the script. Yeah.
Because that was really distracting because it's like I'm trying to read the text and
And
it's
her
like
eyes
my
just
eye
drip,
keeps like going to like what
Yeah.
are these dripping
Drip.
things? It's really very, very well done.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys have any achievements?
I do not have any achievements.
Yeah, I didn't think
Make
of
it
any.
through the game.
I've got a few.
Okay.
You would.
I've got Kathy Bates.
Okay.
You unlock Kathy Bates by pursuing Yuri. That's a whole misery thing.
Yeah.
The other one is Beats by Dre. You unlock Beats by Dre by pursuing Natsuki.
All right. Chandra just transformed.
Donald Duck just walked in the room.
The Chandracorn has emerged.
Final form.
That tickled me just so much. I love
Child abuse.
Child abuse. It's great.
And then my last one is Infinite Tsukuyomi, which that's a Naruto reference.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
To where if you just leave the Monica screen on for 100 hours, which this Infinite Tsukuyomi is,
Watching dead people.
that is a worldwide genjutsu that the semi-main antagonist is trying to put the whole world under a utopia jutsu, so they're all trapped in their heads.
That
in
sounds
a
great.
perfect world.
Utopia Jutsu sounds great. Sign me up.
He's gonna Matrix
You
the whole
fucking
world.
nerd.
Yep. Basically, that is his plan.
Sign me
Yeah,
up.
I stopped reading. I stopped reading Naruto after the Chunin exam.
Your
I
balls
watched
dropped?
anime up to like near the beginning of Shippuden, but
See, Shibbuden's so much better than the whole rest of Naruto.
I genuinely love up through the Chunin exam arc.
Oh, yeah.
like that is top tier shonen
Sure.
stuff.
Rock Lee dropping his weights, fighting Gara.
Yeah, yeah.
Big fan.
But-
Yeah, I haven't finished it either.
You guys are a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of the point.
All right, 3 more hours talking about anime. Let's go.
All right.
I mean, I
And
can
you
talk
live-
about anime.
We do
And
need
you
to
let
do a
one of them
bonus.
fuck you, so
like I can't even say
don't say Naruto or I'll punch you.
Here's the problem. I can't say the name correctly because I would give my brother so much shit for watching it that I would actively make fun of it and I would mispronounce it on purpose. And now I've just trained myself. I can't say it properly. So it does come out just Naruto. Naruto.
You sound like a mom who's like, I bought you all these Naruto comics that you like so much.
I'll just say like Naruto's or not Naruto's.
You watching Naruto?
I really have to think about Naruto.
Naruto's the fucked up like the Reddit like the Dolan Duck has the Nardo is that version of that. Where people
I gotta be Hokogi. So like I can't say the name right. I really did try to watch it, but all I just kept thinking was all the shit I gave my brother. And I was like, I can't do it. And I know I probably would be into it.
Yeah.
Like if I did like skip the filler and everything, I probably would be really into it. But I ruined it for myself by trying to ruin it for my brother who still loves it. So
I really liked
I
it. I
failed.
watched.
It just was total
I love
failure.
Boruto just as much. Like Boruto, I think is really good too.
Yeah, I
so.
really want to watch Naruto's dad's show or
Boruto's dad.
Boruto's dad. Sorry.
Please tell me there is some kind of Simpsons illustration of like Boruto on a license plate.
I think that because there's like a Twitter account called Weeb Simpsons that does some stuff with it. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure they did.
I felt like no one,
Yeah.
like that one's just not going to sit there.
I know. Because what they'll do is Weeb Simpsons. They take screen caps from The Simpsons and they add subtitles of things Weebs would say. And like one of them is they're pointing at the Bort license plate and just says it's pronounced Boruto.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might eventually try and read Boruto's dad's manga.
Yeah,
He
that
has
new-
backstory? Cool.
That new Shonen Jump vault. That's some tight shit right
Yeah, I
there.
might do that after I read Dr. Stone.
Yeah, Dr. Stone's good.
I'm not familiar with Dr. Stone.
It's pretty new. It got added to the magazine like maybe 2 years ago. The entire world, everybody in the world gets turned to stone, and then one guy breaks out of it and finds his friend who's like a super scientist basically.
Yeah.
And much more interesting.
He starts developing this thing to like unstone everybody. But there's the first guy that they bring out is like a psychopath that wants to remake the world so that only the strong survive. And so there's this brains versus brawn thing going out because Dr. Stone is trying to like rebuild civilization.
Yeah, it like legit changes protagonists partway through because it's like, hey, you know what? The
main guy's kind of boring.
Yeah, main guy's really boring. But the
Yeah.
other guy, his buddy's super interesting, and
Yeah.
that's what it becomes, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That and The Promised Neverland that's a really cool one from pretty recently.
you're pretty cool.
Recently.
Before this, you were pretty not cool.
But
What's that one about?
there's a bunch of
What's
kids.
it, Promised Neverland?
Yeah, there's a bunch of kids in this orphanage, and everything seems super idyllic. They're raised by like this kind of matronly, almost like a nun lady, and kids get adopted, and everybody's super happy and everything, but they never see the parents that show up. The kids are just kind of shipped out, and one of them sees that one of them forgot like their hat or their teddy bear or something, and so they kind of chase out to where they're supposed to be dropped off, and they're being given to like these horrible demon monsters, and they find out that their orphanage is basically like a farm where they're raising kind of human cattle basically
organic.
for these
Yes.
for these demons like the
Organic homegrown orphans.
yeah, so the thing is that these are like children. Like I think the oldest of them is like 11. And like so the thing is that that they are
These are your
in
free
no-
range orphans.
They're
Yeah.
in no shape to actually fight against all of this. They have to outsmart the authority figures around
Like
them.
they solve mysteries
Yeah,
and stuff?
so that they can get out. They have to find all the resources so that they can get over the wall and get into the world before they age out, because they kind of logic their way through how the system works, based on who's been adopted and when they've been adopted, and like in relation to like their scores on these weird tests.
Someone
that they
played a
take.
lot of Final Fantasy VIII. Like, what if we took
Yeah, that
this
does-
weird orphanage scene that seems to have nothing to do with the game and expanded on it? What if it made sense? So is this an anime or is it a manga?
They're talking about doing an anime adaptation, but it's one of those things where they haven't. There's not quite enough content for that yet.
Is
as
that a
far as I know.
Shonen Jump joint?
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
Shonen Jump
That sounds
series.
like not a.
It's very dark for their
typical-
stuff.
yeah.
But they did Death Note, so they're
see, I
not.
didn't know that.
They're not strangers to that kind of
Okay.
content. It's just that not all of it comes over here.
Which Death Note is awesome.
Yeah.
The Netflix movie? Yeah.
I don't remember that. I don't remember Netflix doing a movie about that.
Adam Wingard,
document-
he's a great filmmaker. He has a lot of passion for the
Will
project.
you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to pretend it never existed.
Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've had a lot of fun today
Yeah, man.
with our friends and you.
We're friends?
We're friends still, right? We haven't renewed our
We haven't
friendship.
renewed our contract yet.
It's on the fence. I'm a free agent. If you were to give this game a
Sports reference.
a beard, well, yeah, the rare one. If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
I would give this the beard of one Eddard Stark.
Ooh.
Oh.
Because he gets lopped off.
Well, just because of the unexpected change.
Yeah.
The big surprise.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That actually got spoiled for me accidentally checking the Wikipedia.
That sucks.
I know. I was reading the book. I was reading the first book. I didn't want to watch the series. I think it was on like the second or third season, and I just wanted to see, well, what does he look like in the show, so I can have a visual reference.
Yep.
Yeah. There's just a photograph of a head.
No, so there's Sean Bond, and then it says status deceased, and in like
It's Scene Bean. Thank you.
yes, I'm sorry, it's Scene Bean. And it says like freaking like his death in the first book.
God.
It's the same thing they did with like fucking Dumbledore when I tried to look up like I was reading the fifth book. So it's before Dumbledore dies, and I was trying to look. I was just wondering, who's the current, who's the current Dumbledore? Because the 5th movie was going to come out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, who's the current Dumbledore?
Nick
and so I
Nolte.
just searched Dumbledore in Wikipedia. Okay, what is it? His death in the 6th book. I was like, what the?
Oh, that's
10 points.
I did that a few times with Wheel of Time because I listened to the audiobooks.
Yeah.
So I didn't know how to spell any of their names.
Yes.
So if I want to spell one, I have to look it up. Immediate spoiler every time from Wikipedia.
Yeah, it happened to me too. I've gone far enough away that I'm just starting it over again. So now I'm just gonna
Okay.
because I've got all the books now, all the
Awesome.
audiobooks. Yeah.
Well, that's even like you can't even start to type something into Google without getting a spoiler because it's like I know with
Seriously.
like Red Dead Redemption 2, it's like people were typing in Red Dead Redemption and it would autofill 2 character dies. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I would give it the large, I believe, like reddish glasses of one Selena Kyle in Batman Returns before she turns into Catwoman.
oh,
Okay,
nice.
that's a very specific
yeah,
reference.
yeah.
Just because
Michelle
another,
Pfeiffer.
a complete personality change all of a sudden with a violent act.
All right. Very good. I like these a lot.
Hello there, hell here. That's what she does. She
Man, I do not remember that.
when she's going through her when she after she is revived by cat magic or whatever.
right.
Like
yeah.
the
No,
cat's
that's-
liquor when
yeah.
when
That
the cat's
was-
liquor to life.
That was our skill in Mario Italiano. We had cat magic.
Cat magic. Yeah.
She goes, she has like a neon sign in her bedroom that says hello there. And when she walks in, she
Oh, right.
knocks it out.
God.
So it says hell here.
Have you seen that recently, or did that just stick in your mind?
She's very into Batman.
I'm very
stuff.
into Batman. I like the first 2 movies very much.
See, I wish you would say
I
she's very
appreciate-
into Batman.
Batman. I'm really into Batman. I'm really into Transformers. So, like an unusual.
I thought you were going to say, like, I'm really into Batman. I'm really into trans Batman.
Trans Batman. Yeah.
I'd be into it. I'm.
Have you looked yet?
Best
it's out
of-
there. I guarantee it.
Listen,
Trans Batman and Harold Quinn. We just do a big gender swap on all of them.
I'm into all of
Yeah.
that.
Rule 63.
Well, I'm
that's the
all
thing.
into a female Joker. Yeah, like Paul got me some Transformers stuff for Christmas. We opened Christmas presents early, and boy, he saw just how bad I can get with Transformers. I think he's always a little bit shocked by how excited I get
Yeah.
when I have something
Where's
like.
Megatron? Chandra just smiles. I don't
There were
know.
like 3 Megatrons, all different. I was very happy.
I got her a booster box of the Transformers card game.
I didn't know there was a card
It's
game.
it's new this year. Wizards of the Coast came out with it.
Yeah, it's really great art. I got we're watching somebody do the rules on YouTube, and I got really salty when they're like, "Yeah, this art from the game," and I'm like, "It's not from the show." I was like, "It's not from the '80s show. None of this is from the show. It's from the IDW comics. You fucking casuals."
Yeah. You watch YouTube videos like I do.
I see you absorbing Paul through osmosis over time.
Yeah, I got a little too carried away.
You want to take some calls?
Yeah, we're good. I mean, we're super
We're
long.
super late.
Super long.
Super late.
It's a special Christmas episode.
It is a special Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas. Here's some crazy pitches.
No, just what I asked for. Let's do this. I think I got one ready. Ish.
You guys so ready? You got to look for it.
Yeah, I mean, by ready, I mean I have my phone handy.
I'm sure us talking is totally gonna, help truncate silence.
No, we're good. This is perfect. It's perfect. Here we go. This is from, I think this is Mason. Let's see.
Elder Mason?
Hey, motherfucking TADPOG. It's Mason again. I decided I should call back because fuck Adam. And I'll call episodes donated to himself. So, I just thought up another question for you guys. What is your favorite, guilty pleasure, song or genre or band? Something that you don't want to really admit to. So I'm asking you to admit to it on air. For me, it's kind of Limp Bizkit lately. It used to be like Limp Bizkit.
Did he do it all for the nookie?
No, what's his name? 50 Cent. Or Marilyn Manson in college. I kind of liked him. And then 50 Cent was like a guilty pleasure when I was like, you know, the white kid that only listened to rock. I'm doing like the sign of the devil here, but you guys can't see that. Anyway, please admit that on air, and I will call back 4 more times to compete with Adam, because fuck that guy. And, all right, I love you guys. Well, Dave, I love you. Tyler, I appreciate.
Yeah, fuck off, Mason.
Anyway, you guys, you keep on rocking on. Later.
Guilty pleasure music.
Kids Bop cover of Thrift Shop.
Nailed it. My answer as well.
It's the song. Just talking about Transformers. It's the song. It's the song from the movie called "You've Got the Power" or "You've Got the Touch." You've got the touch. You've got the power. I would rock out to that every day if I could.
This is from the
Transformers
80s
movie. Yes,
Okay.
this is from the 80s Transformers movie where Optimus Prime fucking eats shit and dies because we wanted
Spoilers.
kids to cry.
What?
If you guys decide to have kids, whenever you're having like conception sex, Paul, please, right as you're about to come, say, receive the allspark.
Well, that's the only way our child could be
Yeah.
conceived.
That's how you know it's going to take.
Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park?
Yeah. Yeah.
What, Evanescence? Remember that? You
Oh
were on
yeah,
the
Evanescence
kick
too.
for a while.
Yeah. Wake me up inside.
That's a good. Lincoln Park also has a song from the first Transformers
Yep.
movie that I like.
There's a guy on YouTube that does he's called 10-second songs, and he'll do covers of different songs in the style of different people. Like he swaps between songs, and then people vote on what their favorite style was from that video. So he has a video of Evanescence doing a cover of "Smells Like Teen Spirit," and it's very fun.
I used to
I'd be into
really,
that.
really give a shit about like going into incognito or private mode when I'm on Spotify. Like when I first got Spotify, and it's like it's cringy now, where it's just because I don't give a shit anymore, and it's like.
It's Simple and Clean by
Yeah.
Utada Hikaru, isn't it?
No, it's Kesha. When Kesha, like, man, I like a G6, and it's like, all right, I'm into this. And then, I mean, it was one of those where it's like, I remember frequently going into incognito mode, and then like, I think it was like when Henry was born. I was like, you know what? Being cool doesn't fucking matter anymore anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like roll. If anybody wants to take if someone has enough time, where they're like, I wonder what Dave's listening to. You know what? The fucking joke's on them.
Yeah, I gave up trying to be cool a long time ago because
Yeah.
I mean, look at me and
I think you're cool.
aw, thanks. What's that say about you?
That was a mean turn on that one.
Hey,
Yeah, she does that a lot.
would you like a compliment, Chandra?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you're not flat or nothing. I don't get it.
It's because I can't accept compliments, so I'm just going to be like, well, you're dumb for complimenting me.
All right.
But yeah, I was recently working with a bunch of people who are well under 30 and barely, you know,
That sounds like a hellscape.
it kind of is. One person in particular who's like, ooh, you like this? And it's like, yeah, I do. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care. I am 31 years old. I stopped caring a while ago. What you think, 27-year-old?
Just a baby.
Oh, yeah, I forget. You're super old. Don't be like-
Super old. Yeah. I am super old.
No,
Nah, you're not.
Dave's just old. If Ian were here, you go, oh, you're super old.
That's true. I've seen Ian. You know, at TADPOG prom, he got the senior citizen discount. Is that right?
Early bird special. Let's see. Look, we got another
I
call.
love you, Ian.
I do. I love Ian
Oh, yeah.
as well.
Ian's
Yeah,
the fucking
Ian's
best.
great.
I love everyone. I just don't accept
But he is older than me, and that is one of the factors that I love the most about him.
And we have, that's why, like, whenever he and John are both on, I'm the youngest person on the podcast.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got another call. Looks like this is again from Mason trying to block out Adam. heating the call
You
to
can try.
be the change.
We're gonna start an arms race here.
No one else from the nation is going to participate in this. The rest of us have honestly just given up. What's the point? What's the point?
What's the point to anything, man?
There's no
In
point.
the end, it doesn't even matter.
He did the thing.
Motherfucking Tadpog. Oh, man.
Hey,
I'm
Mason.
so happy that Dave didn't pick up this time. He's going to do it someday.
I'm gonna pick up.
Anyway,
I'm never gonna
just
pick
in
up.
case beloved Adam hasn't called 3 times between now and my last, I believe, 2 phone calls.
He has not.
This is 2 nights later. This is another drunken phone call from
What?
Mason, your biggest fan.
I'd like to point out the fact that everybody knew you were drunk, Mason, except for me. When everybody was so obviously knew you were drunk, I was like, "Oh, I guess that does make sense."
okay.
Yeah.
And anyway, this is going to compound on my question from the other night, which
Okay.
was probably 8 episodes ago. And this is
Wow, fuck you,
probably
Mason.
in like
Yeah. Swing and a miss, Mason.
2020, which you guys are, I have it on a good authority that people are probably speaking a German-Chinese hybrid by then. So thank you for translating this English. So anyway, to compound on my question from the other night about what is the most white trash thing you've ever done, the other night it was
God.
listening to Limp Bizkit on the way to get McDonald's. And tonight it is it more white trash to listen to Limp Bizkit on the way to get nachos from Denny's?
Denny's has
While
nachos.
drunk. And specifically the songs My Way and Nookie.
There you go.
And then just to compound on that, on the way home with the nachos, I listened to Pearl Jam, which I don't think is quite as well. It's a very white band, but not white trash. I'm not sure.
Really lost the plot here, Mason.
That was one of those. It's weird. Like when it goes, I'm really not sure. Like I was visualizing this being like subtitled, like in a show I'm watching, and it's just brackets, incoherent mumbling.
I don't think this boy knows what white trash is.
Okay. Please give me your opinion on that.
On what?
And again, Tyler, I appreciate your friendship on the Facebook page where we're BFFs. But Tyler, Dave.
Hi.
Dave, I love Dave.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks, man.
love you.
Thanks, man.
All right, so bye to both of you guys.
You're my
Bye.
little Yuri boy, aren't you? Yeah, tell me about the Aya Karnov,
Somebody go
Markov.
Photoshop those eyes on a picture of Mason and just keep tagging him on Dave's Facebook profile.
Oh my God.
Actually, do it on Discord. I'd like to see more action on there.
I don't think it's so much as white trash to go to Denny's for nachos playing Limp Bizkit is just drunk trash.
People of all races can get drunk and go to Denny's.
That's true.
Yeah,
This
that's
is America,
like-
goddammit.
Like going mudding to a cassette tape of Skinner that you recorded off the radio. That's a little white trash.
just a
Yeah.
little.
That's a little
Just
bit.
a little splash.
I mean, I will grant you that Limp Bizkit is, it's on the white trash spectrum.
Oh, okay.
But-
All right.
Then he's a little fancy for white trash. Now,
Yeah, I mean,
now
like-
going to the Waffle Hut or the Waffle House or
No, it's the
Huddle Hut.
off-brand Waffle House. It's the Waffle Hut.
there is a Waffle
There
Hut.
is a-
though.
there is a
Waffle. There is. They go to the Waffle Hut in that one movie, Tom Hanks, where he's like the debutante who is trying to get into this woman's basement.
Oh,
so he
Lady
could-
Killers.
Lady Killers.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I'm not certain I heard anything at all.
Well, Paul, as
That's
someone
a good movie.
from a good Christian gentleman,
Wait, what?
I don't know. Whatever. What's your white trash stuff? I've met your family. I know that you don't have anything.
I don't know. Put Transformers in my pussy, Paul.
Vertical stripes.
It's not vertical stripes.
right, okay.
Come on.
All right. Okay.
Horizontal.
Vertical stripes make
No,
you
no.
look tall.
Right.
Horizontal stripes make tits pop out.
Need someone make them titties pop.
Quote from Paul. Please put that on your tombstone.
Don't worry, I will have it etched in.
Thank you.
And also the sound file.
Yeah.
And a QR code. I'm going to have everything.
An angel's engraved on the top wearing a horizontal hoodie.
Yep. Get those
Paul, do you have any
horizontal
fashion
stripes.
advice? Well, horizontal stripes really make the tits pop.
That was Paul's old Navy commercial.
Just me straight to camera.
You getting closer, Monica style? Are you wearing them? Eyes looking around.
I mean, I got
No one can see your eyes darting around, but that was the fucking best.
yeah. So like my family's pretty, even though like I'm Mexican and Native American, my family on both sides are kind of white trash or brown trash. And I remember for my aunt's birthday on my mom's side, one year we celebrated her birthday by going to my uncle's house in the middle of the desert where we were riding ATVs and feeding his chickens. And everyone was drinking beer or Mike's Hard Lemonade. And then we pulled out the...
For the ladies.
And then we pulled out the potato launcher.
All
Nice.
right.
Where a potato launcher is something you make with PVC pipe and an air compressor.
We know what a potato launcher is.
It's an Irish guy with diarrhea. We know what a potato launcher is.
Yeah. Well, for all the people who,
As an Irishman, I can say that.
That's a tater tot. Come on.
let's be honest, for Phil, so he knows. I don't know why I decided to call out Phil, but anyway.
I'm sure he complimented you some way down the line.
He probably thought to himself, I miss Chandra.
Yeah.
He sent me.
Phil's monocle fell out. His top hat is askew.
Yeah, he sent Paul and I cookies when we got married.
I got
so.
served on a podcast.
But anyway, so like, yeah, a potato launcher is just a long thing of PVC pipe with an air compressor and a trigger.
I'm glad you're saying this country as you describe
know.
it. It's a long pipe.
Yeah. I don't think I've honestly ever heard you sound more country than when you said Pat.
Sorry, it comes out sometimes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you load the potato in the PVC pipe, and you
Put it in the butt end.
Say pipe again, please.
It's going to come out the mouth end, but you got to put it in the butt end.
and then you pull the trigger, and it just launches out of the pipe, and it lands.
Pipe. P-A-I-P-E. Pipe.
This is like me getting made fun of for saying hanger all over again.
You are so
No.
much more comfortable with us giving you shit over
Yeah.
this than calling you pretty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's like my family. Yeah, but like just that's what we did. We literally brought, I'm not kidding, crates of potatoes. There was a potato run to get more potatoes from the grocery store that was
That's called a
30
tater
minutes,
trot.
30 minutes away to go get more potatoes because we were having too much fun. And my mom goes, I saw this on Judge Judy. We shouldn't launch it. It could hit somebody. And we're all like, Mom,
There you go.
there is an acre between this house and the next.
God, dude.
We are at a trailer.
Unlikely voice of reason.
God. I saw it on Judge Judy. It's like, man,
That's Mason.
Yeah.
That's what.
that's really, really
That
good.
is why-
That is peak white trash right there.
Oh, man, that reminds me.
Oh, yeah. We are at a I'm not kidding. My uncle's house was a trailer that they had built attachments onto. So it was just it was a trailer, and they decided to make it into kind of a house.
It's called modular trailer.
You talking about Judge Judy reminded me.
There's a farm.
It's the Tennessee Transformer. Is what we call it.
This is in Southern California.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, Southern California. Everyone thinks it's all like beach people. No. You go to the desert. You will meet the fucking white trashiest people with the reddest necks you've ever seen. Yeah. I mean, there were people who came to school with, smelling like cow shit because, they had to go feed the cows. I smelled like chicken shit when I came to school because I had to feed the chickens. Like, yeah, we're fucking white trash out there. ATVs go in like between the houses, like to just jump off of shit. Not for any reason. We're just going into dry lake beds and shit. Just, why not?
I didn't
There's
hear you
nothing
mention-
else to do. Oh, and meth.
You didn't mention Lincoln Park, though.
No, we don't listen to the Lincoln. It was whoever was the next biggest country thing. A lot of Toby Keith.
oh,
A
there
lot
you go.
of Toby
All right.
Keith. A lot of Toby Keith.
Favorite billboard I've ever seen was recently when we went to Clarksville to look at a Camry that got sold before we got there. That was fun.
Oh.
But hey, it all worked out because I got to see this wonderful billboard that just said Judge Judy.
No other information.
No information.
No call to action.
Nope. It just said Judge Judy, and it had her face on it. But I just thought it was hilarious. Like
Judge, Judy, and Executor. Yeah.
Oh, you want to take another call? Oh, you got white trash. You haven't
Okay,
talked.
one more?
You didn't do. You want to talk about
What's
white
your
trash?
what's your white trash moments?
I mean, we've shared a bunch, right?
Yeah, we have.
Zebra cakes. That's probably on your way to get zebra cakes. I know people call that one back every now and then.
Forgotten about that
Throwing
one.
it up beside the car.
Right.
There you go.
And it's
He's not wrong. That is peak white trash.
I mean,
How can you have two peaks of white trash? There has to be one peak.
That's his peak white trash.
Oh, okay. What's your peak white trash?
I really don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I can think of relatives you have that could have peak
He
white
married
trash
this
moments.
girl who loves to launch potatoes.
Yeah, I probably am his peak white trash, to be completely honest. Like, we go to my family and he's like, I'm uncomfortable. Like, you can see it. My mom's like, why is he so uncomfortable around him? Because we're pretty white trash. We're not white trash. Yeah, we are. We are pretty damn white trash, Mom.
peak white trash by association.
You put white trash in a pretty house, it's still white trash sometimes.
Next call is 1 second long
It's Adam.
from 502.
Mother.
All right.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Mother.
Mother.
It was Danzig.
Tell your children not to look my way.
Next call. I know this guy because he is in my phone book. This is Saint Zach.
Oh, I hope he's tired.
I hope so too.
Please, come on, Sleepy Zach. Sleepy Zach.
TADPOG Nation, Zach here. Hopefully the internet
Calling.
voice isn't too bad. I just put a new radio in my car hearing this.
Sorry, Zach. Can't do it, man. I can't hear you. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
it's Saint Zach.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah. You want to? I mean, you want to keep
Something about radio in his car.
radio and car. I heard radio and car.
I might have been trying to use the Bluetooth in his car to
Oh,
call
That
you
might be
guys.
it. Yeah.
Exodus that I am on. So I haven't listened to TADPOG in like 3 or 4 months.
Delete it.
Prepared.
All right. Yep. Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
We accept your confession, but we won't play that call. It's really tough. I will play this 2-second call that
Okay.
came in on August 13th, which I've turned my phone
We're
volume
in
all the way up,
August?
so this is going to be fun. Yep, that was just silence. Thank you,
Cool.
call 212. This is an odd one from a local area code.
Mail about your car's extended warranty. We have not gotten a response. We are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file.
Wait,
Press
is
2
this
to be
the same
removed
one we
and put
hear
on our
on-
do not call list. Press 1 to speak with someone about possibly extending or reinstating
I'm not confused. It's
your
on the
car's
other one that we-
warranty.
Okay.
Again, press 1 to
Someone
speak
trying
with
to
a
fish
warranty
TADPOG?
specialist.
Have you not gotten this?
I've never heard
I've
this
not
before.
gotten this before.
I've gotten it a couple of times.
Someone trying to scam us?
No, but there's another podcast we listen to. I'm sorry, you're not the only one. We cheat on you.
No, I get
That
it. Multiple
they-
partners are more
they-
fun than just one. I get it.
Exactly. Very polyamorous, but polypad podcasterous. Anyway, so it was sweaty. I got it. But yeah, they also like take calls, and occasionally like that same thing pops up. That way I was like, what the fuck? I'm so confused right now.
They've gotten that call enough that people will start calling in, just repeating the script
Oh, really?
from that call.
Yeah.
You want to keep doing them?
We'll do one more. We'll do
One
one
more.
more legit one.
All right. No, that was legit.
Well,
That was more. No offense, Zach. It was more legit than Zach's call. At least we could understand that robot. This is 970. The Google Translate starts out motherfucking TADPOG, and I do like that.
Nice.
Motherfucking TADPOG. This is Bovine Bear calling. In the flesh, or more vocal cords. I was just wrapping up at work, and I was listening to the Lost World Jurassic Park episode on the Genesis. And
That's
it
familiar.
reminded me when I first started working here, a few years ago, they had a couple of pinball machines in the break room. And one of them was the Lost World Jurassic Park. I never touched it, though. I was on overnight shift, and I was all pissed off and tired all the time, so I never played it. But it was worth noting. But Dave was saying that he wished there was survival horror video game that was related to dinosaurs, and I thought, well, duh, Dino Crisis. You remember that shit?
Mm-mm.
That was on PS1, I think, and it was basically they were just kind of riding the success of the first Resident Evil game and said, well, we'll get sued if we do zombies, so let's fucking do dinosaurs, and that's what they did. I never played it, but my brother played it through, and I watched it, and it was pretty sweet. Earlier in the episode, Tyler was talking about dreams. It reminded me of this fucking dream I had the other night. So it took place at TADPOG prom. So we're all at TADPOG prom together, and I don't know where it was, in some easy hotel room, I don't know. But everybody's fucking naked.
Nailed it.
Like, everybody's butt-ass naked.
That is where Tadpog Prom is.
And butt-ass naked.
Yeah, that's what happens at TADPOG prom.
Was in the dream. He was the only person I actually remember, which is weird because he died like 8 years ago. But, yeah.
Who is this?
I didn't catch it.
All right, we were talking over him. I'm gonna go back. I gotta know who he's talking about.
Easy hotel room, I don't know. But everybody's fucking naked. Like, everybody's butt-ass naked. And an old friend of mine was in the dream. He was the only person I actually remember, which is weird because he died like 8 years ago. But, yeah, I just thought that was a hilarious dream. And, yeah, so I thought you guys would want to hear about that.
Oh, you saw your dead friend's dong? Sounds pretty funny.
I was reminded of the grim specter of death that hangs over us all. It's just kind of funny, you know?
Man, we are all going to die one day.
Yeah.
Bovine Bear is Sean Berry, right? Or Sean
Matt
No,
Cowan.
Matt
Cowan.
Cowan.
Oh,
Blumpkin Bear. Sean
Bumpkin Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's so many.
There's a lot of bears.
Bear. Yep.
Yeah.
And we probably would have had a quiz from Matt on this episode.
That's right.
Had we recorded on a regular time. I need to send him a message saying, "Hey, please don't do a quiz for Doki Doki Literature Club."
Exclamation point.
Yes, because we won't do it because we already did it.
Yep.
But yeah, I wanted to say thank you to Sean for doing, like, that's why I brought up his name, for doing Secret Santa.
Yeah.
And then for being, like, all on fucking top of it and being like, hey, Chandra didn't get her gift, so I think this guy did a thing. And no, it turned out the guy was actually just super late, which I've talked to him. We're cool.
Cool, that's good.
Yeah, but
I'm glad to hear that y'all talk.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
he sent me like cool gifts, and then he got other people send me cool gifts, and I'm like, what the? Yeah, I'm not clearly I'm not used
You
to
were really mad.
really, yeah, like clearly I don't take compliments. I don't. Positivity is not something I'm used to.
Quit giving me shit, you fucking dick.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, it's something wrong with me. Like, I just don't know how to handle when people are like really nice to me.
So please, everybody start sending Chandra messages that are positive about how wonderful she is, how good she is on the show.
And when you get her for Secret Santa next year, send her
I can
PVC
see
pipe
her
potato.
anxiety.
Yeah.
She just knows that somewhere in there's going to be a dick pic, and it's just like,
Don't bring it all home.
Well, that'll be fine. Dick pics I'm used to. Got so many unwanted dick pics.
Is that it for calls?
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, if you want to call, give us a ring at 270-883-2555. Leave us a message, even if you're a robot, I guess. We'll take a call as long as it's not
Yep.
as bad as Zach's call quality was. What was that?
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on YouTube, Stitcher, iTunes, so don't miss the next episode.
Stone tablets.
Stone Tablet.
Coming soon.
We're going to be talking about Smash Brothers Ultimate for the Switch.
That is the plan.
All
We just
right.
have to make sure that schedules line up.
You guys are going to
So-
smash all over the place.
Oh, God.
Fuck yes.
Let me smash. If we don't do an episode on that, we'll do something else.
Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
love the commitment.
Yeah, that's our plan.
Let's see, like Dave said, where you can call us if you want to send us a package like we got today. Send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, PL Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. I've got an Instagram, TADPOG_podcast, where I'm going to put a picture of Waifu Apocalypse because Paul was so kind to bring me a copy of it. It's amazing. We're on Facebook. You want the fucked up shit? That's Tadpog Nation instead of Tadpog.
The nation is full of meme lords, and it is amazing.
Yeah. What else we got?
Also, Drew, Solus does not suck.
Wait, what?
When you put it the thing that said, so what's
What are you
everybody
playing this weekend? Yeah.
I said I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh,
the same thing
okay.
I'm playing. Like, I'm between
Right.
jobs right now.
I saw
until,
that, yeah.
Yeah. So I start a new job after the new year. And so I'm going to be playing Dragon Age Inquisition that entire time. He's like, Solus sucks. And
I didn't see that.
So I told him I am triggered.
Shots fired.
Triggered. Shots fired. Whatever.
We do have a Patreon. If you enjoyed this and you want to hear some of our bonus content that comes out occasionally, you can find us at patreon.com/tadpog. I want to give a thanks to Exalted Lord Micah Purdue for recently upping his donation by a penny, riding that penny train. So thank you, Micah. Appreciate it, man. And also, Micah, thank you for organizing Tadpog Prom.
Seriously.
And all the naked stuff that happens there, and the fact that you can bring dead people back to life.
Oh, I get laid. I get laid constantly at Tadpog Prom.
Yeah. I mean, I don't, but it sounds like it'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, Micah is fucking awesome setting that all up and getting like everyone's rooms and it's like
Yeah, it's amazing.
yeah. And we're planning on doing a Tadpog triage room there where we're going to have things to help recovery for everyone that's going to be very drunk. Because, I mean, yeah, most people are going to be very drunk.
Yeah, I'm going to be, for sure. I'll be in your recovery
Wait,
room.
you're going to be drunk at this?
Yeah.
But I thought you would be 100% not
100%
high.
not drunk.
100% not drunk.
That's my pledge.
Yeah.
You think you guys want to plug again real quick?
Yeah, where can we find Waifu Apocalypse again?
Go to indieplanet.com, INDYplanet.com, and search for Waifu Apocalypse.
WAIFU.
Yes.
Apocalypse.
Yes. And
I don't know how to spell
you
that.
You can find on Instagram, Wayward Cross Comics is me. I'm mostly just doing like card magic on there. And Wayward Cross Art is where my artists are posting stuff. And they post pretty regularly, like at least a couple times a
Yeah, they
week.
post what they call doodles.
And it makes Chandra very mad because they're incredibly high quality drawings.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's my doodle of Spider-Gwen completely inked and with freaking highlights. And it's like, fuck you, man. Like, I love both. I've met both artists, the Franklin twins, and I love them to death. They're very sweet guys, but that's not a fucking doodle. Dude, that's like... That's my kind of masterpiece.
A doodle is a living cartoon from Cool World.
Exactly.
There you go.
Thank
There
you.
go.
And humans, they don't have sex with doodles.
No, the
You
humans don't have sex
You
with doodles.
Yeah, you can.
It's taboo.
Yeah.
We don't speak about it.
But if a doodle
I wonder-
kills a human, oh.
You know, I wonder if that carries on to like the Roger Rabbit universe.
It's a shared universe.
I hope so, yeah.
Well, because I know they do patty cake and that's somehow sexual.
Yeah.
But
So what do you mean somehow?
God, I haven't seen that movie in such a long time.
oh, that's one of my favorite movies
Oh, I
of
need
all
to watch it
time.
again.
It's because that's how Jessica is cheating on Roger. Is she's doing patty cake with the guy who ends up getting murdered?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and somehow that's sexual. I don't
Somehow.
somehow. Yeah, she's not even naked. I mean, you've seen Jessica Rabbit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't naked.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. She has a vagina.
Yeah.
Does she? We never see it.
Yes, we do.
Oh, you do?
You do.
I
There
gotta
is
watch this movie again. I don't even remember.
I think it might not be in the DVD version anymore, but in the original VHS version and the version that was in theaters, there is a split-second frame where when she's falling out of the taxi at I think his name's Cabby. I don't remember.
Benny the Cab.
Benny the Cab.
Benny the Cab.
When she is falling out of there with Eddie Vance. Valiant. Thank you.
Van Halen.
I know it's a V. Anyway, when she's hopping out of there, you can see like her legs are spread, and for a split second, her dress flies up, and you see full vagina.
Huh. All right.
Yeah,
Was it nice?
it's pretty clean, but it's you know, she's like
Well manicured. That
Well
checks
manicured.
out.
you know, I mean, it's in pretty like standard def, so the quality is not as great anymore,
Yeah.
but you know, it's
All
still
right.
there.
Okay. All right.
Why are you giggling like this is new information to you? That I got opinions.
I just like to think that Paul is pretending that this is new information. I 100% never knew that Jessica Rabbit had pubic hair.
Oh. So our theme song is Moved by Sycamore Drive. With that track down in the show notes at tadpog.com. How do you guys want to close this out?
I would say as whatever our waifu is from the thing, but I feel like it's all just going to be us heavy breathing as Yuri.
So until next time.
Tropical Capricorn, y'all. Pop.
Okay, we're back. We're back going.
I'm trying to draw a dick.
It's all good. Draw that dick.
Draw that dick. Draw that dick.
For Hangover 2?
Yeah,
Yes.
we said dumpster.
We
on
said
that.
Are we sure we're getting Sandra?
Say
Hi.
something, Chandra.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You sound a lot quieter than everybody else, so I was worried.
Well, it's because you're all a bunch of fucking loudmouths.
That's true.
That'll do it.
All right, Dave, do you hear that?
This dick
Yeah,
looks weird.
it's the sound of Chandra drawing on the Ohio Magic Etch-a-Sketch. Is that what it's called? What is it
I
called?
made a really weird dick.
Hey, but you did it. You made a
That's
dick.
what Paul's dick looks like. I'm only going
Yeah.
to imagine.
Yeah.
Look at my dick.
Call it as 8-bit balls.
I'm very
Oh, you got some nice looking balls there. You're cut, I
Thank you.
see.
Thank you.
Care to comment on that?
I mean, it wasn't exactly my call,
All right,
but
it's fair.
Did it work for you?
And are you angry about that?
no.
If you were a twin. Oh, there we go. Everything went out for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's really like I don't know. Are you kicking something or?
My feet are crossed.
Yeah, I'm keeping mine back.
Put my feet up a little bit.
All right.
There is a cord down there. I'll make sure I avoid it.
Okay, I think that might be what's causing it because like the power might be going out on that thing. It's the whole fucking thing because the board's going fucking nuts too.
Yeah.
Okay. Some stuff was loose down there. Now it's not.
It's good.
Okay.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I think now we're good.
hold my legs like this
Now
and
just be
never
very
move
still.
them again.
All right.
All right.
I do hear that.
It's the sound of freaking out over the board doing stuff.
It is 100% the sound of freaking out over the board doing stuff, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads some Wikipedia.